Shadows gather where the truth once stood. A kingdom of confusion carved out of falsehood. Body walks through the ruins like a prophet reborn. A voice wants in fire, a mind drawn is gone. The chaos watches with an all-seeing glare. Guardian of reason in a world unaware. When the overlord stalls at the edge of the frame, the faithful rise up, they already know his name. I'm here to resurrect the second coming of common sin. I come to wake the sleeping, the judge who break the fate. No slow illusions, no hollow incomplete. He's here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Misled, thinking truth from the wreckage, raising dawn from the dead. Every word is a weapon, shot men declare, exposing every shadow we pretend not to fear. And the overlord marches with the suffering command. A beast of judgment, the Lord will give his bid. On his growl rings through the silence of the night. The loyal understand, Trigger keeps the melodies right. I'm here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. I'll be king, the chaos of found to pushing forth. If his ball runs empty, the shadows will consume. The world cracks open, ushering down. So read the command, don't deploy a core. If you know what's good, feed more the overlord.
Welcome back to the party, everybody. That is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Everybody hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you, and let's party. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who we got? Shout out to Lone Wolf Income. We got Liberty Plus TV. What is good? What is good? I feel like we might get in a little bit of trouble tonight. I don't know if you saw that thumbnail, but we are checking out New Jersey. If you're not familiar, Lakewood, New Jersey, which is very close to where my parents just moved from, driving distance from where I live, has become a little Israel, and it is, let's just say, far from ideal. So let's dive right in. As always, guys, if you can't hear the video, please do let me know.
You're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your videos.
You don't own this place. You don't own America.
No, you should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
So Pat obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so we went to a different country.
Why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
I got like, I'd say 150 calls about you already.
What are they calling about?
People trying to live quiet.
You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not to come back.
Amazing.
Come back, it will be a trespassing.
You say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goyism.
The Jewish community is extremely racist.
You have a group of people that call themselves God's people. You are a Semite supremacist.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them. You're arguing that I should pay for your kids.
I'm arguing that the government said.
That's our money. I pay taxes.
Excuse me, sir.
Where do you think that money comes from?
What are you doing? Should I call the cops on you?
We may be in a corrupt hellhole. So what?
I feel like the Jersey Jew really is the stereotype of like, hey, what are you talking about here? All right, this is my business now.
We got a call. Keep your hands on the steering wheel.
This is Lakewood, New Jersey, home to one of the largest and fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, having anywhere from 6 to 10 kids per family, causing the community's rapid growth to spill into the neighboring towns of Jackson, Toms River, Brick, and Howell, causing non-Jewish residents to feel.
I have clients in Brick and in Howell. Shout out to Amber Palmer. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you. We also got Thumpin' Weeble. Welcome. Shout out to Confluence having a little bit of struggle streaming. Luckily, we seem to be all right for now. But Histers, yep, definitely. That's there's places like the town over from where I grew up was not as bad as Lakewood, but it was very heavily Jewish. And so like Saturday mornings when I'm like driving to guitar lessons or whatever, you just got a bunch of people just walking the streets. Like what is going on? What is happening? And it's that bad. It's that bad.
That their town will soon be turned into Little Jerusalem, just like Lakewood.
The tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime.
You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016. How did you get a relationship with the White House? Who in the White House?
I don't think I want.
Oh yeah, guys, and it is a peanut butter night for Morty. If we hit the goal, you can see that one is already empty, but I got another one fresh, ready for him to go. Obviously, I've scooped out all what I could use. I'm not giving him a whole fucking thing of peanut butter if you didn't know, but that is a special treat. And of course, if we hit the goal, every $2 is another push-up. In case you forgot, it's 15 donos or a $75 in total. Let's do it.
I think I don't want to say.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest. The powers out here are pretty immense.
It's not about Jackson. Jackson is a test case. If it isn't
Jackson's where Great Adventure is.
squashed soon, is going to take over the entire country.
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns. You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved, people connected to the president of the United States.
In New Jersey, is there room for a two-state solution? No, there's clearly not. I think it's going to be a fight.
I ride around Lakewood. There are near Lakewood, outside of Lakewood, and all these towns around Lakewood. There are housing developments. Where Goyim live. Where the Goyim live? No, you didn't there yet. But all these housing developments. Someone who they could turn it around. We saw what happened in Lakewood itself. There are a lot of other opportunities if people want to take that jump and become a shtickle pioneer.
As the Orthodox Jewish community consolidates political power in Lakewood, taking majority control of the township committee, planning board, zoning board, and school board, financially depleting the public school system for non-Jewish kids, overwhelming local infrastructure, and turning a once quiet town into a densely populated, over-trafficked Jewish enclave prioritizing Jews over non-Jews. Before I investigate the Jewish takeover of Lakewood and of the nearby town of Jackson, I first want to visit the town where the blueprint was born, Muncie, New York.
Someone like David Badner saw the opportunity a few years ago. He bought.
I'm actually not too familiar with this.
Several 50 to 100 houses in Muncie. I believe that he single-handedly, in a certain way, turned around Muncie. These are opportunities that come up every once in a while, and someone has to step up to the plate.
Miller News. Thanks for meeting up on such short notice, man.
Local Goy reporter.
No, we here. We outside.
When did you notice Muncie begin to form as a Hasidic Jewish enclave?
I would say 20 years ago, I saw the first start of it. And then every year, it just started to grow exponentially.
Going according to plan.
Hey, it's me. How are you? Stop what?
They on Tyler. Yo, they on Tyler.
Stop. But the Jews here were not happy to see me after I asked how they afford 7 to 10 kids on a single income and if they were on welfare in Kiryas Joel.
Yeah, almost. Not quite. Discriminating against non-Jews or the Goyim. But they're, they are.
How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
How do you afford to study the Torah, though?
The government.
God help me.
Does the American tax rate help you, too?
Also, yes.
How do people afford to have such big families out here?
Listen. Are you Tyler?
I'm Tyler.
Are you trying to
do another anti-Semitism video.
How did I spread anti-Semitism? That's crazy you said that. Life circumstance, civic culture.
Again, a tactic that we see from people who want to be heard and have a message that should be spread, right? Just honking so that nobody can hear anything.
So this is their way of, like, listen, I know you're frustrated about what some of the things we focused on. Is that
the ghost of her day? Good.
Kind of what I'm getting at? Sure. So give me some examples of how things were misconstrued. Yeah, what did I get that was wrong?
So it's not necessarily misconstrued. Well, it is misconstrued. There's a lot of it that's, you'll cut a lot of it, cut out different words, make it sound a lot worse than it is. There's a lot of people here that are on welfare. A lot of people are in Section 8. A lot of people that are on a bunch of different WIC, food stamps, stuff like that. Sure. If you go to any low-income communities, you're going to see that. They're all going to be on the different welfares.
Okay, so they were on welfare.
Yeah. Okay. No bit of denying that. Okay. But again, it's the way you say it, it's the way you twist it, the way you...
How did I twist it?
Not twist it. Again, twist it's the wrong word.
I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from.
Growing up...
You're not saying it in such a way that makes it obscure what it actually is, and people are understanding, and they don't like it.
How dare you?
Extremely... Dude, no.
Ah, the insufferable hug. See, you say I misrepresent, and then they do that, like, come on.
I'm not saying they're all good people. It's like I said, wherever you go, there's going to be the idiots. There's always going to be the assholes wherever you go.
I totally get it.
You talk about the community. It feels like you're trying to create a narrative that you did not find. You found people that are on welfare that have a lot of kids, but your headline did wrote welfare addicted Jews.
What is your frustration?
As opposed to what?
Curious. Welfare dependent, welfare reliant.
Yeah. What? Like, just tone policing.
They're addicted. What's the difference? Tell me. They need it to survive, and without it, they die. What is the difference?
It's addictive to bait click. That's an addiction.
That's an addiction?
Bait click?
Okay. Are you addicted to being a victim or what?
No.
The Goyim were great.
Got him! Shout out to Equality. And I completely forgot your name. Equality! And deference because vagina. Over on Rumble, welcome to the party. Said, liked, and shared. My goodness, you know how that stuff really, really, really does help. It's free, it's easy, and it doesn't even matter if you think anybody's going to click on the link that you share. Just by you telling the platform you want more people to see it, they will show it to more people. Welcome. Said, I thought Washington, D.C. was Little Israel. All right, well, this is Little Tel Aviv then. Little Jerusalem, whichever you pick. Welcome.
Grateful someone was finally bringing...
Liberty Plus TV said the fact that this guy went to Epstein Island and Bohemian Grove makes him, I'm going to say 10 million times more credible than any media organization. Yeah, the people that have an issue with him, like, I'm not going to pretend that this guy is, straight news. Like, it's clearly entertainment, but there is they're not entertainment and journalism are not mutually exclusive. I mean, you don't have to be tonight at 7. Like, there's different ways. If you're getting information out, that's journalism.
Up their town's issues.
Most of I show you. They take all my money.
You think they take the money?
Good, man.
Bienvenidos a Monsiland con mi amigo. All right, see you, bro. How do you like living here as a non-Jew?
So. Well, I don't like.
What do you mean by so-so?
Because they're acidics.
Do they treat you as one of them?
No,
Are you guys on the same page?
No. They don't bother me because I don't deal with them.
Okay. Do you think there is large-scale welfare fraud out here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a lot. They get away with everything. They get the Section 8, they get everything, the free housing, and,
Do you think most people work out here in the Hasidic community? No? How do they afford their bills?
I wish I knew. I would do the same thing.
The government! And yeah, so Liberty Plus said, non-biased Jews has basically never existed. I appreciate the bias being pretty obvious. And so, like, some of you might be like, hey, whoa. Wasn't it just, like, super recently that you were like, yo, why are we talking about sad Jews? And you'd be right. I have not changed my position in terms of thinking that it is okay to just lump all Jewish people together. But I have a much greater understanding of the fact that when we're talking about a specific group doing a specific thing, just like with the Somali fraud, it's not saying that because you are Somali, you are bad. It just is a description and an observation. And yeah, I mean, it's out there. Claudia said, dilly to humor and accuracy not being opposed to each other. Dilly fucking dilly. All right, let's do it.
And what are your thoughts on the driving out here? I got to ask you that. It's the most important question.
I don't want to talk about it.
The driving is crazy.
Okay.
Because the stop sign over there, they don't even stop. They just pass. That's why so much traffic and accidents, and it's crazy.
You saw the Curious Joel video. Why was that video good?
That video was good because I've been in East Ramapo for as long as I remember. I also went to Spring Valley High School. I've been in the school system, and we've definitely seen a lot of things, especially since our school board was majority private school owners, mainly Jewish white men, and most of our school was not Jewish. And they had control over our public school system over like the past 10 years, purposely voting no on our school budget vote.
Oh, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Non-biased news. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I mean, hey, it plays out like that for a reason. I just caught that because I was like, news? What are you talking about? I didn't, and I was like, oh.
So that way we failed, and we lost about 3-2 schools.
Basically, through blocked voting, Orthodox Jews won enough seats to control the East Ramapo School Board and went on to eliminate hundreds of public school positions like teachers and social workers,
which, in and itself isn't necessarily bad.
Approving millions of taxpayer dollars to be spent on their children's religious private schools.
That part is bad. And it creates a bigger issue because, the issue of busing where or like school vouchers where it's like the local government should pay for transportation for your kids to go whatever school they want. And that is that gets mixed in when it's like, okay, well, we have these specific schools that are part of the public school system, but also aren't really public schools, and it focuses on Jewish stuff all day. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Quality said, my questions concerning the Jews are things that I cannot say on YouTube. Lone Wolf said, it's like when ICE is deporting illegal aliens and the illegal aliens happen to be majority Mexican. It doesn't mean ICE is only going after Mexicans. Bingo. There you go.
Millions of taxpayer dollars to be spent on their children's religious private schools, ultimately gutting the public school system for the estimated 9,000 black and brown public school students, while diverting that money to their private religious schools.
They give us food that's rotten and it's cold and it hurts our stomach.
I ask you, do not take our music program away. I love playing an instrument. My brother would be crushed.
And the budget cuts were so devastating that in one instance, an elementary school shut down, and the majority Jewish school board then voted to sell it to a Jewish yeshiva for pennies on the dollar. Basically, the poorest, most vulnerable kids in these communities had their schools gutted and looted, all by a majority Jewish school board whose kids didn't even attend public school.
We believe that some of the decisions that have been made by the board have not been in the best interest of the public school community.
You don't like it? Find yourself another place to live.
How was your education?
Shout out to Full Metal Chad in the building. Welcome. Said, why does this piece feel like propaganda? Well, I mean, what is it propaganda? There are clearly, as Liberty was saying, non-biased news has basically never existed. The bias being obvious is a good thing. So, we've run that experiment of trying to do news without any kind of completely straight lace, and you just fall away from anything real if you're going to do it like that. And so if we acknowledge that we do all have biases, then the person on the other side with the opposite bias can make the same video, can go to Lakewood, New Jersey, talk to other people and get the opposite narrative, and then we are able to see both. And it's all good.
My education, it was decent, but it definitely could have been better if we had the resources that we were allowed to have. But again, for the past 10, 15 years or so, people have been purposely voting no on our school budget vote. So that way we had no funding and money for our school. And, that was done purposely.
And who was voting no?
Majority, the Jewish community. You drive around here, you'll literally see signs saying vote no for a school budget, which I think is crazy. Luckily, we were able to get a ward system to be able to get 3 seats for the wards, but if it wasn't for that, we still would be majority white Jewish men voting for public school students that they don't care about. Yeah, and they purposely go out their way to isolate us. They're basically isolated to the point where we feel like this isn't our home.
So the question becomes, if you read the title, we have Little Israel in New Jersey, which we don't like, but I said comparing to Christians. The question that I want you guys to have a front of mind, I like to have a lens through which you are seeing this and having this conversation, is why is it not good that Jewish people want to do this? And why is it okay that Christian people essentially want to do the same thing? And then sub 2B, if it's not the same thing and it is different, how so? How is this different than what Christian nationalists specifically say that they want? Shout out to Dylan Soup. Welcome to the party, sir. So, why is it okay for Christians to do it, and how is it different? Like you said, people will see this and the Epstein thing and the Somali fraud and still think the system just needs a tweak. And this isn't even close to the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, that does sound about right, but not black-pilled yet. Not black-pilled yet.
People like to say they're ducking taxes and all that. There's truth and lies to that, but I could only tell you that I've only seen the bad part. The bad part is I've seen houses get broken down. I've seen certain spaces, buildings get destroyed for, let's just say, for more kosher customs. You feel me? So
I want to thank you for showing our community. I don't believe in hiding. I believe we have a tremendous amount to be proud of, and like every community, we're different. We have our goods. Other communities have their positives. Tell me about what.
Fair. So number one, if we're talking about propaganda, I mean, this guy is going against the narrative, but clearly there are people there willing to talk and willing to dispel the narrative that they are one thing. But somebody's got to go talk to them. But liberals don't do that. They just talk at you. They talk for you. And meanwhile, Tyler's talking to them. I'm glad to answer my main question because my cult is like totally real and shit. If we let the Jews have their way, they would have to circumcise the tip of the iceberg. Good one.
Community, we're different. We have our goods. Other communities have their positives.
Tell me about what are some of the best things about this community then.
Tonight at sundown, we shut our phones, we shut our cars, we go to shul. The most beautiful part of our religion. Do you understand that Orthodox Jews can be anywhere? The sun is coming down, and it's the last opportunity to pray what's called mincha, which is afternoon services. They could be in the most important meetings, and they'll go pray, and they could care less about anything happening. The same things with Shabbos. We come home, our families are waiting. We sing Shalom Aleichem. We welcome in the Shabbos, and you'll say back Aleichem Shalom, right?
Yeah, so Liberty's bringing up, how much of the anti-white racism is because of people not liking Jews, and it's a good question. It's a good question, but I wonder how many people of that ilk are going to say, oh, they're not Jews, they're Israeli, they're Arab, they're whatever, and that doesn't count as white. So you never know. You gotta go with the oppression Olympics for each person. Year 2026 says stop hating people. Agreed.
Could they feed 10 kids
Yes.
without those programs?
I am one of 10 children.
You're
My
driving
father-
a G-Wagon, bro.
My father was never on any welfare. I used to reuse sandwich bags to save my father a penny.
That's great for you.
You're not welcome here, and you're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your video.
What about me, though?
I love you. You are funny.
You don't own this place. You don't own America. I can do whatever I want.
Whatever you
So
want.
Get in your G-Wagon. Get to work.
You're not trying to bring people together. You never did. You never will. It's who you are. Somebody hurt you deeply.
I mean, I don't know that he ever claimed to be trying to bring people together. I think he's trying to bring people the truth. And if the truth is something that you're hiding, then I understand why you're angry, but we just want to know what's good. This is my home state, born and fucking raised. And I knew that there was stuff like this, but I didn't know it was this bad. And so you guys know that I like to react, as fresh and live as I can. But I did skip through this, and living here, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Yeah, right. And then it's the guys like this that will then be like, oh, he gave me a bad edit. What? Like, bro, he just filmed you saying your words. It's your face.
And I'm sorry.
He was right.
Oh, wait. We got a sorry.
I can do whatever I want.
Whatever you
So
want.
Get in your G-Wagon. Get to work.
You're not trying to bring people together. You never did. You never will. It's who you are. Somebody hurt you deeply, and I'm sorry.
Oh, it was a Renee Good. I'm sorry.
He was right. Someone did hurt me. Whoever told my sponsors to pull out after making one video exploring a community of welfare-addicted Jews.
Oh, damn. Thanks for letting me know. Unfortunately, we can't have that ad. It's a no-go for the brand. Oh, my God.
You want to help me avoid ending up on welfare too and get access to all of these videos early and watch never-before-seen content I can't upload on YouTube?
Then donate to the Indian Jesus, and we will find it. Full Metal Chat said there are plenty of Muslim enclaves in the Western world that are subsidized by the government. Yeah, and I think that this is the story. It's not like Nick Shirley did this one thing and then he did the transportation thing, and Tyler made that other video, and this is gathering. It's all the same story. It's all the same story of people who don't care about the substance of America using the government and our tax dollars to create a subculture. And that subculture is getting, those subcultures, plural, are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Not good.
Go subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/Tyler Olivera for $5 a month. Back to the video. After speaking to frustrated Goyim in Muncie, I headed to Lakewood, New Jersey, one of the fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, where a similar Jewish takeover has taken place, leading to the
music is killing me, bro.
Cutting of the public school system, all while turning a predominantly working class Irish and Italian town into Little Jerusalem.
I'm trying to merge a gap to see if there's any way that we could actually be one community. Because as you can tell, it's two separate communities. Look around. You will not see a non-Jewish resident here.
And so again, bring us back to the original question. Why is it okay that people like Andrew Wilson essentially want to do this, but for Christianity? And it's not okay that that Jewish people are doing this.
The Yiddish bus.
This is really all Jewish stores. Sure. Now, that pizza place, it's going to be kosher pizza, probably.
A lot of these signs are written in Yiddish, and everything's insulated. Basically, you come here to this block.
That's a big sign. That's a big sign, no pun intended. That's a big sign that things are getting too far. When things are in other languages, when you have, the obvious example would be like Chinatown, Lakewood here, places where they play the call to prayer song in the morning for Muslims. That is when there's too much influence, too much fucking influence. Assimilate to us, and you can play it on your iPod in your home, and nobody will care.
I'll get everything you need. Quite convenient, quite nice.
Now, everyone can shop here. Of course, we could go in and they'll be friendly, but everything's geared towards one community.
And is it always this way? This part here, is this newly developed in the last?
Oh, yeah. So this used to be a concrete yard.
Got it.
So we're almost where we're standing. Used to have rows of concrete trucks.
Sure. It's possibly. It's busy. Now, this place was packed with Jews buying groceries for Shabbos. But keep in mind, Goyim are fully allowed to come in here and shop whenever they please.
Oh, that's so nice.
They're very friendly. I don't think anybody's going to be nasty to us. Is a lot of the fear bullshit warranted? Definitely not. Definitely not. But I do think they don't feel comfortable enough to do it.
But it's important to understand the bigger picture here. As kosher stores move in, more Jews move here too, creating a...
Well, okay, so before we even get to that, the notion of, what is he saying here?
Friendly. I don't think anybody's going to be nasty to us. Is a lot of the fear bullshit warranted? Definitely not.
And so, like, that is that's fair. Like, I personally would not be worried about being attacked in a Jewish market like that. That's not the core issue. The core issue is just would I, in general, feel comfortable? Would I feel at home? And if that is one store in my home, meaning America, then that's no big deal. But if everything is like that, and I'm just not really feeling at home, then that's not good. Don't send enough Jews and culture to make Groypers have an aneurysm. Yup.
Definitely not. But I do think they don't feel comfortable enough to do it.
But it's important to understand the bigger picture here. As kosher stores move in, more Jews move here too, creating a
$5,000 donation, and I'll do whatever you want, baby.
Positive feedback loop where a town rapidly becomes a Jewish hub, ultimately changing the character and identity of a town, and in Lakewood's case, overwhelming the infrastructure. Before we explore the many implications of life for Goyim as towns like Lakewood become increasingly Jewish, I want you to understand how quickly the word anti-Semitism gets weaponized in real time out here.
Tyler, it seems like you discovered that anti-Semitism is lucrative, huh?
Why do you
Anti-Semitism just means not in full-throated support of Israel. That's all it's come to mean.
think anything that you don't like to see is anti-Semitism? What have I said that's anti-Semitic? Go.
When you talk about people accepting government...
Oops, this is the next one. This just came out 2 days ago. This is, I exposed New Jersey's Jewish invasion. So, yeah, I did it. And subscribe. Oh, well, welcome. I got a treat for you. Same kind of shit, but a little bit more in-depth and from my home state of New Jersey. Welcome.
Anti-Semitism. What have I said that's anti-Semitic? Go.
When you talk about people accepting government money, and the overlay is a bunch of pictures of fraud, trying to twist it to make it look like we're doing fraud.
Was there people doing fraud?
There were welfare programs that were defrauded by Jews. What did I say that was a lie? Go.
That's anti-Semitic.
Programs that are defrauded by
yes, and I made a Minneapolis video as well. I made several videos. Why are you being so sensitive?
What you're trying to make it sound is like anyone who accepts government money in the Jewish community is doing fraud.
That's your interpretation.
What you're doing is dangerous.
How is this dangerous? Why should you be treated like a protected group? You're asking for special privileges.
No, we're not. We're asking just to be fair, and you're not being fair.
I am being fair.
This is gonna make you a lot of money, and it's gonna gen up a lot of hatred towards the community. That's
okay. So you take out your phone and make the other side of it.
That's seeing a rise in anti-Semitism that hasn't been seen in years. Every single day, our lives are at risk, and this is going to lead to more.
Well, and then it begs the question. Of course, violence is never okay, and the hate that's not good, obviously. But if we are looking objectively, then this stuff doesn't just come out of nowhere. Especially in America. Like, okay, if there is a past in the Middle East of Jews being this, that, but it's 2026 in America. You don't have to live this way. And if you want to live this way, that is fine. But you don't get to get special privileges over everybody else. Chad said, I kind of see what the other side is saying. People are going to take advantage of a broken and corrupt system. It's really the government's fault, not whoever benefits from that corruption. Fair enough. Absolutely fair. And I don't disagree at all. But that doesn't mean that if an analog to this would be when we were talking about, I think it was San Francisco or whatever, and they made anything under $900 a misdemeanor. Like, yes, obviously we blame the government when shoplifting and looting goes up because of the fact that the law changed. That does not, however, absolve the people who are stealing. And so this is a little bit more nuanced because it's not theft, at least directly, but it is people taking advantage of a system. I agree with you. It's the government's fault that flaw is there, but it doesn't need to be taken advantage of. There you go. Shout out to Box in the building. Welcome. Yeah, chat glitched across YouTube. New I must, yep. Be ready to be censored. At least we're good, though. At least we are good. No, I'm a dot Indian. Welcome. We also got TV Viewerski. Welcome to the party. Very good to see ya. Lomo said, on the flip side, is it my fault for punching you in the face, or is it your fault for not defending your face? It's your fault for punching me in the face. Very, very simple. Seth, welcome. Said, I don't know what this says. Try that one again. PTS said, Jews are the most protected species on Earth. They use the disguise of the Caucasians when they are the ones with white privilege because they go back to being a Jew. This is similar to, shout out to More Pegasus whenever he's covering Hassan, because it's Schrodinger's Turk. Sometimes he's Turkish when it needs it to be, but sometimes he's white when it needs to be. It's like, come on. He was only censoring English comments. Yeah, I'd say, oh man, that was rough. So again, diving back in, I remember the question that I want you guys to answer is how and why is this different from Christians wanting such a heavy Christian society, and why is that okay? Quality said, welfare is feeding off the taxes, and the taxes are theft. So fair enough. No, I am not an incel.
Sponsor literally got pulled out of the video once they learned the topic of that video. I lost the sponsorship. How is that lucrative? Tell me. So you say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goyism. Listen, man, you got a kid in the car. I just noticed. Drive your kid home, get your groceries. You're gonna honk that. Let's go. It was good to meet you, though.
So you're arguing with the United States because the president obviously thought that we should pay for their money. So why don't you move to a different country?
Why don't you move back to Israel then if there's so much anti-Semitism, right? Like that guy said, why doesn't he go to Israel?
We are giving back. So
in theory, welfare is a good idea. It's sweet, right? At what point is it too far?
Well, Bob seems to be already made up his mind about whatever, but religious people are defrauding. Yes, welfare is a fool's mission. Most welfare defrauders are Christian. That is specifically why I'm asking, why is it different between Christians and the Jews?
We are giving back.
In theory, welfare is a good idea. It's sweet, right? At what point is it too far? Because this was a program designed to help single moms after they get divorced and keep the kid from starving.
I also disagree with you that someone doesn't have a right to have a child.
I think you should have a child if you can afford it, right?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay. You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not to come back.
Amazing.
You come back,
It would be a trespassing charge. You're trespassing.
If you don't like the laws of America and you think that the government welfare is stupid or
I would like to
whatever,
change the laws. Just like you would like to create anti-Semitism protection laws that give you guys protected classes and protection against anti-Semitism, whatever that means, right? So why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
Because I like it here.
Same here. I like it here, but
Yeah. Why do you like it here? Why do you like it here?
I'd like to make some changes. We can both agree on that, right?
So please keep on moving.
God bless you. There we go. He loves us.
I know. Make a
Yeah,
change.
you guys have group chats of me. You guys say, beware of this guy like I'm like Hitler or something. I'm like, come on, dude. I'm a nice guy. I talk to everyone.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them.
Your story point over here is that people can't have children if they can't afford them. You, as a society, are born from people who started with two people. Two, okay? Adam and Eve. That's it. You want to go with the Big Bang, but it started at some point. It was two people. And now there's billions. And there was trillions throughout the world. So you're saying if you can't have
What does
kids,
that have to do with anything? All of those people didn't have welfare. Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. Did they have a government?
government that decides that if you have children, we're going to help you. And everyone does their part.
You should not have more kids than you can afford.
You should not have more kids than you can afford. Crazy point, right? TV said the welfare being exposed, be it Christian, Jewish, Somali, whatever, is indicative of impending currency collapse. Right? All of it is bad. All of it is bad. We are narrowing down on who specifically to go after. Maybe not names, but we know that there's waste, fraud, abuse, all that stuff, and we're figuring that out. And so the fact is that there's going to be a group of Somali fraud going over here, and there's going to be Christians in doing this with mega churches, and Jewish people are going to be doing that. All of it is bad. All of it is bad. And it doesn't need to be pitted against each other. That the Christian, the Christian fraud is better than the Jewish fraud, which is better than. Stupid. That's what they want you to do. They want you to fight over the bullshit, because then they're just fucking printing money and taking it out of your pocket.
You're arguing that I should pay.
Kids are definitely not free. It is free to birth a child, but it is not free to have children.
For your kids. Okay. That's what you're arguing.
I'm not arguing that I was for the kids.
You are.
I'm arguing that the government said.
No, that's our money. I pay taxes. I shouldn't be funding your kids.
So again, no. Kids are not so cheap. The poor keep having them because of the fact that the government is giving them the money to pay for those children. We are paying for those children. Holy shit. No, I do not have kids.
No, that's our money. I pay taxes. I shouldn't be funding your kids. Should not be funding your kids. You don't pay for my kids. Okay, fuck, I could do this all day. Why don't you go?
No, you should go because you're stopping traffic. Guys, let's go. Move on.
He's stopping.
See, now we get more specific. To make a kid is free, but that's not what we're talking about. Are we? Bro, I'm from Jersey. What else? Anything else you need to know about anything other than, the words I'm fucking saying to you? Jesus Christ. Liberty said, libertarians have been telling people about this shit forever. Glad people are seeing it, but government solutions are often worse than the problem. UBI, CBDC will be the solution to the fraud. I sure hope not.
Traffic, not me.
Yeah, right. No. You should move on. Nope.
Well, so why are you trying to drag Christians into this video reaction? Because I think it's a relevant question. If we're going to look at this group of people and say, hey, they are maybe not breaking the law, but abusing a system, then why should anyone else be? Why shouldn't anybody else have the same scrutiny? Exactly.
Everybody wants you here, please move out.
He was saying, Tyler, he loves me.
So we're not allowed here? Go. You want to come to the corner?
Where? Over there? Let's go move.
I agree. When you bring up the Christians, it is about what it is. What about it?
I know what you did in the video, and we all saw it, and we still see it. But it's like,
what did I get wrong?
Nobody can cross the government. The government knows everything. The United States federal government knows everything.
Not if you're fraudulently filed.
No, it's not true. That if you feel that you live in a country that is corrupt,
I do.
Why are you still living here?
Well, not everyone has options, right?
I can give you a list of 15, 20 countries off the bat. You can live in.
Regardless, let's say America is corrupt. I just want to live there.
You understand?
Oh, but hold on. Just because there is corruption here, which there is.
There is no.
What are you talking about?
No, of course not. Did I say that? So why don't you chill and listen to the message first and then get angry if you disagree with it?
Not be silly here.
If there would be corruption, the FBI would love to come here first than any other location in the world.
Come on, that's not true.
Well, I read the numbers in
We had,
Minnesota.
22 people indicted for
I read
Medicaid.
the numbers in Minnesota. And listen, you can attack them as much as you want. What they did, that's big numbers, man.
Both of your schools had money laundering. You had people. Yes, both.
There's 45 schools here.
So
Okay, and let them figure that shit out then. Let them figure that shit out then.
BMG had people that were charged with money laundering, and so did the school for special
As of
buildings.
when? As of when?
2019, 2018, 2017. Look it up. It's all over Google.
I don't look it up. You got to show it to me.
Come
because
on.
95% of people in this vicinity between this 4 or 5 zip codes work very hard.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Work hard on studying or work hard on a job? Legitimate question.
go and dig in a place like here, Lakewood, where the same capital you're going to find, and this small percentage.
You're making me want to dig now. You're making me want to look.
You're already digging, man. You're digging already.
I'm at Whole Foods. What are you
months.
talking about?
So Bach said, is this about the cultural change or the economics? I would say it is about the economics, but the cultural change is something that cannot be ignored. The cultural change comes from the economics of the situation. So when you have all these people who are using the government and the government money in this way, then it's going to change the culture. So it's both. It's both.
4
What
months?
do you mean? Go break your head. You can keep on breaking your head.
I will break my head.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. So you keep listening, and then you'll figure it out. That's why I'm doing it now. If I already had it done, then you could watch the video that I already did. But this is live right now, so you can't get to the end of a live before the live is over. You have to listen to what people say before you know what they're gonna say.
Eventually, when you break your head too much,
Let's back this up a little. I didn't really see what this is.
man, you're digging already.
I'm at Whole
for
Foods.
4
What are you
months.
talking about? 4
What do
months?
you mean? Go break your head. You can keep on breaking your head.
I will break my head.
No
Yeah.
problem. Eventually, when you break your head too
Let's hear it.
much, you end up digging water. When you dig water, there's nothing under it.
You were in Jackson, which is really like a continuation of Lakewood. And by the way, I don't know if you know how I toppled the government there. They had all these anti-Semitic laws. It was crazy. I had 2 conversations with the White House, and eventually DOJ got involved. But anyway, so I don't know. Are you already doing your Lakewood thing?
I'm here with Dr. Rick.
Before we get into that, shout out to TV Viewerski with the big $10 PayPal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So very, very much, of course, every donation comes with a treat for the lazy puppy who won't even move his neck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you see he's got his old peanut butter there. It is a peanut butter night. If we hit that goal, where's the other banner? If we hit the stream goal of 15 donations or a $75 total, not only does Morty get his special treat, but I'll have to do a push-up for every $2. I am puny. I am tiny. Please help me out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Very much appreciated. We got some newbie here. Wait, where we at? Where we at? Shout out to Wonder Bucket. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So the world had over 8 billion people. There's only 15 million Jews in the whole world. Who in the whole world who have half who live in Israel. That means there's only about 8 million scattered elsewhere. Yeah, that makes a big question as to why there is so many issues. Is it just that people hate Jews? Or is it something a little bit deeper? Welcome, 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 and thank you again, TV viewers. Let's just see, what is Box saying? I agree with you, just contend they would do the kid thing anyways. So now we technically have 2 problems to deal with on 2 fronts. And I don't disagree with you, but just saying, well, you're gonna have kids anyway. So let's just give you free money because you're gonna have those kids. What? That's not how incentives work, right? That's just gonna make people have more kids that they can't pay for.
Are you already doing your Lakewood thing?
I'm here with Dr. Richard Roberts. You sold a pharmaceutical company for $800 million. You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016.
Yes.
And you reached out to me. Why did you reach out to me via email?
Because you posted that, first of all, you did your video, Curious Yoel in New York, and got a lot of Orthodox Jews very, very upset.
But why did you reach out to me?
But towards the end of the video, you saw the altruism in the community, and you seem to respect.
Yeah, Claudia said, my brother has 9 or friggin' 10 kids now, and he is not on any welfare. I mean, if you can afford it, have all the kids you possibly can. We are in a population crisis. It's the money.
That. And since I could see that you seem to me to have a sincere desire to actually get the real facts, because, if you were just bigoted against us, you wouldn't be struck or commenting on the altruism in our community.
But you casually toppled the Jackson government. A, what does that mean? B, how did you get a relationship with the White House?
I never spoke to DOJ. I did speak to people in the White House twice to tell them what was going on because
who in the White House?
I don't think I don't want to say.
First off, though, so you mentioned Jackson's a
Oh yeah, they are.
Continuation of Lakewood. You toppled the government.
How
Went to
dare
the White
you.
House willy-nilly.
Called.
Okay, you're connected to the White
By the
House.
way, I rarely leave my house.
Which,
if you ask something interesting, sure.
Just goes to show the scale of your connections, in my opinion. I hear this voice memo, I'm like, shiver me timbers. Who am I dealing with a little bit here, right? Like this guy's.
Little old me.
Woo! All right, he's calling. You might be wondering, why are mega wealthy Jewish power brokers connected to Donald Trump, trying to set the record straight with a lowly goy tuber like myself? This all begs the question: why are they so afraid of me?
It's all connected. It's all connected.
I think they just don't want you to portray Lakewood in a bad way. That's really all.
Oh, we're going there. We're going there.
Is there any bad to see?
There's bad to see everywhere. It's good to see everywhere.
Exactly. Good, bad, and the ugly everywhere, right?
100%. I used to live here in Lakewood when I was in 9th and 10th grade. I love Lakewood. There's so much Jewish life here. It's so easy to be Jewish and everything's cheaper. It's amazing here.
Why did Lakewood become...
Everything's cheaper because so much of the money is coming from the government.
Such a large Jewish hub.
So I think it started with BMG, Base Marriage Gavoa, and then you had a lot, BMG.
Yeah, tell me more about BMG, though, right? I hear it's like the Harvard of yeshivas.
Yes, it's top-notch. You just sit and learn all day. You already finished your high school.
Yeah, they're working hard, guys. They're working hard. Shout out to Morgaz Hammer over on Rumble. Welcome to the party. Said, liked, and shared again. Thank you so very, very much. Again, guys, it is free. It is easy. If you're on vertical, you can just double tap the screen and sharing the video. It does not even matter if you think anybody's going to click on the link. Just by you telling the platform you want more people to see it, they will show it to more people. Welcome to the party.
The Harvard of yeshivas.
Yes, it's top-notch. You just sit and learn all day. You already finished your high school phase. Most people went to Israel already, came back, and they just sit and learn all the time. It's amazing. I used to do it when I was a teenager. Lakewood's an amazing place and everything, and I think I've seen your videos all over. I just think that people get nervous and stuff like that, but you're just coming here filming the truth, and you're working just like we are. That's it. We're all in the same boat.
What should we know about Lakewood?
Great place. Always welcome here.
Thank you. Yeah, we got it's
okay. Well, yeah, that's not what some of the other people said.
Welcoming for the most part. A few guys are fired up. We try to give them the chance to speak, have a conversation. Do a little.
And this is the exact same thing. The exact same thing you see at leftist protests. That they're there making a ruckus for their message, and then as soon as somebody puts a microphone in their face to give them that platform, nothing. Shout out to Dick Johnson. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you, sir. We said hopefully the silver lining is that the schools will pump out lots of Nobel Prize winners. I mean, hey, if we got to get something out of the deal, right? We got to get something out of the deal.
What whisper did we miss?
Nothing. I gotta go now, but
I love it. To a T. A guy gets a whisper, then he goes quiet. Would you like to say anything? How you doing? Or with this guy whispering in his brethren's ears, he comes up when they're talkative and sweet, and he goes, psst, 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 and then they stop talking.
They're like, psst, we don't have anything at all that we can say that debunks what this guy is doing. So you're just going to make us look even worse because everything is true.
It's miraculous. Tyler, good to meet you. What's your name?
If I say something good, you're going to put it on?
Let's go. We just met up with a guy. He was like pissed off that we come around here and explore. This guy's killing me, dude.
You just got to move to Lakewood. That's it. That's the entrance.
He's treating you like a child.
The whole world's going to laugh so nice. I know.
This is pathetic. He's treating you like a child. Who is this guy?
Why are you guys
This
being
is
told what to say?
pathetic. Let the man speak. Okay, does that not look like suspicious activity?
Why is there so much secrecy if you have nothing to hide?
Why would he do that? He's the head whisperer. All right, tell me what you're going to say.
The Jew whisperer. The bear Jew. Shout out to, I can't say it, quality and deference. Because vagina with the $5 Rumble Rant. Where's my applause? Thank you. And again, Morty, please move your neck. I can't reach that far. Just eat it, bro. Oh, there we go. Thank you. So very, very much. Said still working at that restaurant? Nope. I got fired because they didn't like my politics. If you remember, I had a my server book was an American flag. And they made up a bunch of bullshit about how I got secret shopped. And then the final straw was I took one sip of a dead frozen margarita. And they're like, oh, no, we can't have that. Like every restaurant I've ever been in, you can just drink the dead drinks. Like, what are we talking about? Yep, equality and deference because vagina. Indeed. Every single stream is on. Okay, I gotta make this one shorter then. Every single stream is going to be on YouTube and Rumble. I do go back and forth between Twitch and X because nothing ever really happens there. But yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't really be going out to eat, and shit was kind of expensive anyway. But it was a good thing because I did not need to be working at that restaurant. Like the dog training was just slow, and I just, for whatever reason, decided that it wouldn't pick back up, or maybe that I would be happier in a restaurant or happier where there was people around. I don't know what I was thinking, but I got that job, and then I got fired, and I was like, wait, why did I do that? Why don't I just go back to my boss and ask for more dog training clients? And that's what I did. And now I've got dog training clients. I don't know why I did that, but thank you so very, very much. Buck said you got to be ready for that local TV anchor one-liner. Exactly. What are you there for? What are you there for? TX, Texas. Surprise, people are just now beginning to learn about the way these people take over small towns. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I used to make fun. I don't know if you heard before, but I used to make fun of people who would talk about the Jews and be like, "Oh, the Jews! Everything's the Jews, right?" And that's still cringe as hell if you really do believe that. But the degree, exactly what you're talking, I didn't know. And again, born and raised in Jersey. Insane. Warren Bucket said, Islam spreading like wildfire. Jews are not the biggest threat. Well, exactly. But not being the biggest threat doesn't mean not a threat. And so, trust me, I spend plenty of time talking about how Islamists are going to come over here and try to enact jihad with Sharia law, all that stuff. That is coming. And that is way worse than some Jersey Jews taking some extra tax money. No question there. Does not mean that it's okay that you taking the tax money and changing the culture. But there's levels to this shit. Buck said, shake hands with dangers every day. I never drink or smoke during work. OSHA would not approve. My boss don't do drug tests, and we respect him enough to not show up fucked up. Well, I mean, have you ever worked in a restaurant though? It's just a different thing. The previous one that I worked in the previous restaurant before I actually went into the dog training in the first place. It was the manager who was selling me the blow. So, exactly. Lesser of two evils is still evil. We got Full Metal Chad over on Rumble. Said Cesar Milan should offer couples therapy. Hey, you'd be surprised. All right, let's dive back in. What am I missing? Batman in the banner. Got you.
He's the head whisperer. All right, tell me what you're going to say.
How much money everyone makes in this town? Crazy, man.
What?
The music.
The police is also going to follow us, just FYI.
Going to follow us.
There's a police special response unit, and the cops have their internal monologue that they're going to just trail us around.
Amazing. So given that the cops are being called so often, they're just going to follow us around all day. Land of the free, home of the brave. And then I stumbled upon a kosher collision. Another example of Lakewood's
I miss it. I really miss
infamously terrible driving. We're just showing how densely trafficked it is out here, how much traffic there is. We wanted to show some of the driving differences out here.
I don't think you're saying a fair statement. This has nothing to do with Ben driving.
Oh, what does it have to do with bad driving skills or snow?
Totally because of the snow.
Fair. That's fair.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. There were actually no one on the road.
Totally fair, okay. You need help getting pushed? All right.
Well, why are you making up a story? Because you need a documentary. There was not one car in sight for that.
Oh, you just hit the wall. You didn't hit anyone?
I don't think that's the defense you think it is, homeboy. I don't think that's the defense you think it is. And this is why you will think, no matter where you live in the country, you will think one of two things. That New Jersey drivers are the worst, or that New Jersey drivers are the best. Because we have such a wide range. There's people like this guy who just hits walls, and then there's, people like me who can fucking rip it. we had what? I think 6 feet of snow, something like that. And I had to get my my benzo medication, and I was not waiting on that. So I shoveled my car out and went down in the. There was like a solid like 2 inches of packed snow, like driven on packed snow after the plows had gone through, and so it was packed in. But it was still snowy, and so it was kicking up. I just realized there was an entire sheet of ice in between the chassis of my car and the plastic underguard. Insane. Anyway, point is, driving wise, we do not claim this.
Oh, you just hit the wall.
That's it.
You didn't hit anyone?
No.
Do you need help getting pushed? Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Oh, you're good. Than anyone else. I agree.
Claudia said, imagine an Asian female Jew behind the wheel. Oh, Jesus. Full Metal Chat said, I'm from Connecticut, and I think New Jersey drivers are better than the massholes. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm employed. I employ a lot of people, actually.
You make money for doing nothing.
For doing nothing? Do you think moving capital and charging interest is something more valuable than I do, or what?
What? I think you should write about
Tell me.
the hundreds of thousands of people that do favors to people every day.
Tell me more.
Open up a book. You never saw so many charity organizations as you have here on Lakewood.
I know there's so many 501c3s. It makes me wonder, are they all charitable? Are they fiending for tax exemptions? You know, would you say this is a great place to move to for a young family? If I have a kid or a wife, a young wife? Okay. Not just the,
unless you're a goy.
The Jews.
My best friends are from.
Okay, respect. We'll be happy. We have
He really just said my best friend is black. Oh my god. Oh yeah, anybody could come. Some of my best friends are goyim.
Or a wife, a young wife. Okay. Not just the Jews.
My best friends are from.
Okay, respect. What do we have here? We have a. Hey, it's good to meet you.
You see that?
I saw it. What is the name of that organization once again? Hatzola. Okay, good to meet you, man. See you later. And we have Hatzola up here to help.
What is Hatzola, Central Jersey? I can't see what that says.
The community. Yeah, this guy doesn't even know what the First Amendment is. Don't be a joker, bro. Come on. Yes. Come over here. Let me. I need to get you like a second number. So, what's your Instagram? You have Facebook?
No, I don't.
Look at these hundreds. My phone number's been leaked.
You're a little child. Give me a number. I promise you.
Why are you insulting?
I'm not insulting.
You just insulted. Come on, I'm a little child.
Give me a number. I promise you, I'll make it worth it for you.
All right, look.
And again, just like with the Nick Shirley and the Somali fraud thing, why is there such an aggression and a defensiveness? Like, fine, if you feel that he made a video that misrepresented you, you should be happy that he's there making more videos about that because you can properly represent yourself in the way that you want. And then you don't.
Give me your email. Give me your email.
732. Give me my number.
All right, awesome. And what was your first name?
Moshe.
We're gonna do some big stuff.
You're afraid, I think.
I don't even know what's going on. Oh man, these guys are next level.
They just be they just be saying things. Well, you're scared. Huh?
I feel like I got dropped off on an alien planet, and you might be wondering, what is Hatzola, and how are they able to blast through red lights like that? It's like a community watch, but they think they are cops. If you notice, they had their lights on and they just ran a red light.
So peep this now. They not only have their own communities, but they have their own law enforcement.
Just like a police officer would do. No uniform. They had the Jewish uniform on, white pants and the curls.
In a police car is what it looked like, but he's not a police officer.
Nope.
And he's blasting through the lights like he is a cop. There's a Hatzola billboard right there, Mike. And what is that for?
I mean, you're asking me questions. I don't know if I have the answers to why. Because once again, because there's competing Hatzola. You have competing groups of these.
Of a nonprofit volunteer emergency service?
Yes. It sounds like a business, right?
But literally every organization.
It is a business.
Organization out here is a tax-exempt 501c3. If you dig through the filing, go on ProPublica.com. You'll be surprised to realize everything basically is a tax-exempt 501c3.
Yes, because it's all through the religions.
What are your concerns?
So again, I'm going to bring it back to other religions doing this same thing. If we are looking at something that like a church in and of itself should obviously be tax exempt. But how far does that go? And if you are a Christian who is saying that there should be absolutely nothing cut from Christians with the 501c3s, then I need a reason as to why that is different. I'm not saying it's not different. I'm just saying I need you to give me a reason. Shout out to Joe. Oh, Joe, welcome. Said that independent police is very sus. Reminds me of the Chinese foreign police. Not familiar with that. I could put two and two together though. But it also is, in the with the Minneapolis, we saw a bunch of this kind of shit where they are stopping cars, asking for papers, being like, "Do you belong here?" When they're fighting ICE for doing exactly that, but properly. Wonder Bucket says it's a tale as old as time. Jews having to take matters into their own hands to protect themselves. Not to say there's no corruption there, but desperation does stuff. Fair point.
It's a tax exempt 501c3.
Yes, because it's all through the religions.
What are your concerns? Why are we interviewing you?
So I think I echo the concerns of many non-religious people in my area. And the biggest concern is how one group of people gets to act that is separate, segregated from everybody else.
And that group being Jews.
yeah, Jews, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. But you know what? It's in my area, it's Jews. In other areas, you obviously see the Somalian, right? In Minnesota, there's things that are happening all over the area. But yes, in my particular area, it is Jews. And it's Jews that are expanding their territory.
Okay, so my name is Jenna Galarza. I've lived in
If you're going to say Jenna, then come on, Tyler.
Jackson for
Jennifer
okay,
or
so
Jenna?
my name is Jenna Galarza. I've lived in Jackson for approximately 23 years. I want to say it really started affecting me when I had my children. I have twins. They're 20 now. In assimilation perspective, you want to be able to teach your children how to talk to other children and, be part of other cultures. And that was when it really started hitting me.
What hit you?
Let's say if I would go to a store which was closer to Lakewood, I'm pushing a double stroller, I have twins. And I noticed that nobody would hold the door open for you. At one point, a door literally got slammed on my twin stroller. And I was just like, whoa. At that point, there wasn't a lot of Orthodox living in Jackson, but they were coming to our parks a lot. And they would come to the parks, busloads, vans full. And the park would just get turned upside down. I mean, we're talking about diapers being changed anywhere and being thrown on the floor. We're talking about children literally urinating in public and absolutely not interacting with your children.
And so this is kind of, answering the question that I was posing to you guys about why is it okay for the Andrew Wilsons of the world to say, our entire country should be based on my religion, when that's what they're doing. You just have a different religion. And so is there specific aspects of your the culture of your religion that make it different? Or I'm asking you guys. Yakalino? I'm gonna go with that. Yake. Yeah. Welcome. Said no Epstein or ICE mentioned in the State of the Union address. Interesting. I'm not surprised that there's no Epstein mention, but I would have thought there would have been a rousing applause for ICE. I didn't even watch it. I watched like the first 10 minutes. And because I was thinking about, you may have seen that I had a poll up on my community tab earlier of whether or not you guys saw it, because I was going to cover it, but it's just like, it's just the same basic shit. It's the same basic shit. Liberty Plus said, we need an agnostic church with tax exempt status and our reserve outside the law. What does that look like? What does an agnostic church look like? Just for context, are these Orthodox the same variant of Tyler's other video? I believe so. I believe they're Hasidic Jews in all situations. Shout out to Elon Omar. Oh man, what a funny individual. There you go. He mentioned nice. Well said. Yes, Christians work in other industries besides studying their religious books. There you go. This is the answers I'm looking for. You guys hear a question and you think it's a challenge when sometimes it's just a question.
Literally urinating in public and absolutely not interacting with your children. So listen, at that time, if it was a minion, there was 10 men, not a big deal. But then you started to notice that it was no longer just 10 people. It was 20 people and 30 people. Just completely changing the feel, the character, the comfort that you once had in your neighborhood is no longer there.
And another source of conflict is the Jewish community using residential homes as places of worship, often without approval from the Jackson Planning Board, bringing in tons of outside traffic and destroying the peaceful quality of the neighborhood.
We can have even where if you work in an office and there's 10 Jewish men there, you can just take a conference room for 10 minutes. We don't need like a formal like church. I've prayed in parking lots with, we're going somewhere and there's get other guys together.
But also, we need this giant building right next to your playground.
But if you're living in a residential neighborhood and this house becomes like a revolving door of people coming in and praying constantly, parking their cars, I imagine there's some quality of life concerns, right? Increase in traffic and the streets being covered with cars and people all over the place, or what?
I don't think,
especially with all this snow. Oh my God!
That's what really happened. But maybe on like the Sabbath. But you'll have any some probably.
No, not that. Well, I mean, interesting. But the agnostic church part, what would that look like? Because a lot of people, ever since the new atheism boom, there was like, oh, we need an atheist church, and that turned into like atheism plus, which was just terrible. The issue is that being agnostic, being an atheist, being unaffiliated, there has to be an agreed upon set of values or tenets that create the reason for that building or for that group to exist. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of people who happen to be there, Lomo said, I'm down for deporting whoever, whenever, wherever. Let's pump the numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Wonder Bucket said, I'm not offended by Chinatown being so Chinese or Little Italy being so Italian, and the same for Jews. I wouldn't mind a little Israel here and there. Nice wording. How does a rabbi make coffee? He brews it. I like that. And I think this goes back to, what Lone Wolf was saying, is that the issue isn't that there's a bunch of Chinese people. The issue isn't that there's a bunch of Italian people, and the issue certainly isn't that there's a bunch of Jewish people. It is the cultural norms that come with that differentiate from the broader American culture, and then get big enough to then challenge that culture. And if you care about that culture, then it doesn't have to be an antagonistic thing to say, I don't want you to ruin my culture. No, the fake churches are just exist for a task. Oh, so you are saying, yeah, okay, all right, based. I'm down with that. I am down with that. Let's go. And Joe said, I heard those sect of Jews do the same thing in Israel. Takes lots of welfare, study the Torah for years, even attack female IDF, and they are stereotype on steroids. I mean, I've never been. I have not been. So I don't personally know. But stereotypes don't come from nowhere. I mean, every single day we get somebody in my chat who's like, oh, you smell. Do you shit in the streets? You know why? Not because I smell or because I shit in the streets, but because there's an entire country of millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people doing that. Indian people shit in the fucking streets. That's not racist. It just is what it is. Yeah, Morgoth's Hammer. Morgoth's Hammer said it's more about one group showing up and fucking up your community. Exactly. It's not about which group. It's not about the fact that they are part of this group. It's the fact that they are coming up and fucking my shit up. That's just it. That's it.
Right? Increase in traffic and the streets being covered with cars and people all over the place, or what?
I don't think that's what really happened, but maybe on like the Sabbath. But you'll have any Semites will probably say that because they don't like us. They don't want us.
This home used to be probably about 1,100 square feet. It does have a new owner.
Yeah, I mean, is it annoying that people say that to me? Is it technically racist to say it to me? Yeah, because I'm not that. But to say that that it is a problem in India, it's not racist. That's just a statement of fact.
Okay. Apparently, they did get permits to expand on their house.
I mean, come to Jersey and tell me that.
Most of the permits are just, kind of just given. Nothing is really followed through. Okay. This home will be being used for a full-out temple.
Temple?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you can see that this is the yard. The next house is right there. So if this is going to be a temple, then this entire neighborhood completely changes. Kids are not going to be able to play in the streets. Just right there is a big enough issue. Excuse me. Joe said, I would say Little Italy. Why can't I fucking talk? I would say Little Italy.
Stupid.
Let's try this again. I would say Little Italy was a problem back in the day. It eventually got integrated, but it was allowed to put pressure on Italians to integrate. Yep. That assimilation. Assimilation. That's all we really want. Shout out to Glow and Dog. Welcome to the party. Zach, I don't know. Maybe you didn't notice. But your name was a little different, bud.
Well, that means that they're going to be praying in this home several times a day, probably staying over on Friday nights until Saturdays. As you can see, there's no parking lot here. This is going to affect every person that lives here. And the other problem that I have with this, and that I think should be looked into, is there's definitely funding going to these places.
If I was a concerned neighbor and I said, hey, they're building a temple, what the hell? What might happen next?
You would probably be called an anti-Semite. They will make your life miserable. Nobody wants to live across the street to a synagogue. It is a tactic of getting people to sell their homes, and they will have buyers for them.
And you see this, and then you watch buildings get built before they're approved. They build and ask permission later, and then if they even don't get permission, they sue, and they win for permission. So when you have all these things where they're creating hatred, they create the double standard. They create...
Real quick, just so you don't go insane, I gave you a wrench. Because you were welcoming people in. You were, reminding people to like the video and all that stuff. And that's all I really ask for. So very much appreciated. And so just keep doing what you're doing. If I mention the Discord, drop the link, that kind of stuff. Much appreciated.
Create the animosity between two groups. And when I say they, I mean governments and people that buy off politicians to make favorable laws, because a lot of the shit they do is legal because they bought the politicians to make it legal.
Do you think residents in Jackson who do not want Jackson to be majority Jewish or to look, feel, and sound like Lakewood, do you think that is anti-Semitic?
Well, people...
No. How, in what way would it be anti-Semitic? Because you don't want a different culture? That you must like all cultures?
Have a right to freedom of speech and freedom of their opinion, even if they're going to be bigoted.
Do you think that's bigoted, though, right? Because I imagine you don't want this place to be Islamic.
Only because the radical Islamists want to kill us. Other than that, I have no problem.
And they're radical Jews and they're radical Christians. Right?
Which Orthodox Jews are radical Jews that want to hurt people?
Many people could argue there are distinct sects of Judaism that are hard.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Nick Fuentes might not.
You wouldn't want Lakewood to become predominantly Muslim. Radicalism aside, though, right?
Right.
Just like Jackson residents don't want it to be predominantly Jewish.
So if a Muslim wants to buy a house here and pay way more than what the house would sell outside of our community because of...
He's purposely dodging the question.
The fact that the prices go up.
He's very obviously, he would not want Lakewood to become majority Muslim. Very obviously.
We come in, they're free to do it.
Yeah, but I still think it's bigoted for you to not want it to be predominantly Muslim. Why would you? You're Jewish.
So Jackson Strong is kind of like a unofficial organization that I had started. When I saw everything turning, I just was very...
She looks like she runs a Facebook group.
Very vocal on social media, and I decided to organize. Certain people really wanted to get involved. There were a few of us that, we would have letter writing campaigns, making a lot of calls to county officials, local officials, and state officials, trying to find out what ordinances could be created, what we could do to help prevent a full-out turnover. A sign would say, Jackson Strong, don't sell, meaning if a new neighbor moves in next to you, don't run, don't sell. Why would you move? Stay strong, right?
Would they sell?
I like that sentiment, but that's like one of those, well, it's easy for you to say. I mean, it's essentially the opposite of people who are open borders, right? It's easy for you to say open the borders when you don't have anybody in your house, right? It's easy. I just forgot it. What is it? It's easy to say, well, don't move if somebody you don't like becomes your neighbor. Like, okay, well, who's your neighbor? Maybe the Jews. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's a big ask.
Created what we could do to help prevent a full-out turnover. A sign would say, Jackson Strong, don't sell, meaning if a new neighbor moves in next to you, don't run, don't sell. Why would you move? Stay strong, right?
Would they sell?
They would sell because it just got too much. And anytime you would say anything about it, you were anti-Semitic. I mean, there were Facebook pages created just to slander me. They
Jenna Kusalini, who attacks Judaism, Sikhism, now goes after Islam. What can we expect from a woman who screams at Holocaust survivors?
Manipulate pictures of me. They would put, Russian hats on me, a Hitler mustache. These were things that were even coming out of Israel. At one point, there was a post where, somebody had said that, she needs to have an ice pick in her eye, and something like that. I did go to the prosecutor's office.
What does this mean? I see this on my TikTok comments all the time. What does BTFO mean?
My Jackson Strong page was
too
taken
old.
down for no good reason at all. It was just taken down. There was a page, Rise Up Ocean County, which was a pretty important part of everything that was happening. That page was taken down also. However, it was hijacked. So when our page was taken down, just for stating the facts, when you're bringing out the Kaporis incidents, when they're cutting the necks of the chickens and blood is pouring through the streets, and then you're talking about that and you're posting videos, and all of a sudden your Facebook page gets taken down, only to be replaced with a complete anti-Goyim harassment page. And you could report that page over and over, and you could have a campaign of people reporting that page.
So now you're seeing kind of a second version of people like us saying in back like 2015, 2016, when it's like, hey, we're getting censored for all of this. Now this is a different group of people, similar types of things of, we want to conserve what we have. But it goes both, or rather, it doesn't go both ways. You say one little thing and you're nuked, but they could sit there all day and say the Goyim are horrible and this and that, and it just it doesn't matter. So the red-haired lady is like a local organizer person who's trying to keep trying to keep a balance between I'll say normal Americans. With tongue-in-cheek, normal Americans and these Hasidic Jews.
Yet that page remained up.
Do you want Lakewood to be predominantly Muslim? Just you personally?
No.
And why?
Because it's a...
Say they don't want to kill you.
I'm fine with it.
Say more on this, Liberty. What do you mean? It really seems like this anti-Hasidic Jew stuff is a great way to divert attention from other liberal-type Jews. Say a little more.
People moving in, but to have Jewish schools, we have to have a critical mass of Jews here to support Jewish schools. To have kosher grocery stores, supermarkets, we have to have a critical mass of Orthodox Jews here to support kosher supermarkets. By the way,
so using that logic, why would anyone in Jackson want Jackson?
No, I'm an agnostic.
To have more and more Jews move. If you're arguing there needs to be a critical mass for
how are we infringing on their right on their ability to do whatever they want?
I'm not saying you are, but why would they want that? Why would it be bigoted?
They don't have to want or not want. If somebody's selling their house to an Orthodox Jew, the Orthodox Jew is allowed to buy the house.
Sure, but I'm talking.
No, but and again, like you have to either be stupid or you have to be pretending to not understand. This isn't a complicated this isn't a complicated thing. No, my parents are Christians. This isn't a complicated line. But of course, we are, trying to find any other question to answer besides the question that was presented.
You are, but why would they want that? Why would it be bigoted?
They don't have to want or not want. If somebody's selling their house to an Orthodox Jew, the Orthodox Jew is allowed to buy the house.
Sure, but I'm talking about the people who are not selling their houses to Orthodox Jews.
Then they have the right to do that.
Of course, but that doesn't make them
Tyler, you got it. You got it, bro.
Not selling their houses to Orthodox Jews.
Then they have the right to do that.
Of course, but that doesn't make them a bigot to not want it. It doesn't mean they're...
Shout out to Reed Black Betty. Welcome to the party.
Hateful. It doesn't mean they hate you.
What is it of their lifestyle that we're going to change?
Ironically, the person who's been trying to nail me down by asking super basic, superficial questions instead of actually listening to what I'm saying, we can very clearly tell who they are from one comment. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
They're hateful. It doesn't mean they hate you.
What is it of their lifestyle that we're going to change?
All right, so we could start with the traffic. Infrastructure-wise, they're just throwing up these ginormous structures. They tend to have basement apartments also. So
holy shit! What the fuck? I just realized they're building something like right across the way, and I was naive enough to think, oh, maybe it's going to be like a Quick Check and some, a convenience store or something. I have a feeling it's going to be some type of either a Jewish or Muslim thing. I have a feeling, and it's a bad feeling.
Enormous structure.
Like, look at the size of this shit. And so again, and these are fucking big houses. Lakewood is not not poor. So I mean, this is a single family home. Maybe not. Either way, we have, this is the okay, so maybe this looks like a little complex. Either way, like, people live in here, and then just this giant fucking thing right in the middle. All this traffic, all these cars. The roads were not built for this. And then, speaking of my own, where I'm living, I have my development here, but there's not really anything around. So, like, it takes a 10-minute drive to even get to the highway. And so they could very easily do that exact same thing. Crazy. Morgoth's Hammer, thank you so very, very much. Guys, don't forget about Morty. Remember, every single donation comes with a treat for the Overlord. And it is a peanut butter night. That one is empty, and he needs a refill.
What is it of their lifestyle that we're going to change?
All right, so we could start with the traffic. Infrastructure-wise, they're just throwing up these ginormous structures. They tend to have basement apartments also, so they'll rent those out. Right now, there is probably upwards 2,000 to 3,000 homes that have been bought and are just being rented out right now by the Orthodox community, that they will move in when they're ready to move into them. There's been a problem with light pollution. Now we're seeing just LED lights everywhere. There's a lot of issues, and then let's just talk about the
Jason said, I'm Jewish, but I'm racist as fuck towards white liberals. No BS. Kind of fair, though. I go, no, we should be treating people as individuals. But also, I don't not get it, all right? I don't not get it.
Now we're seeing just LED lights everywhere. There's a lot of issues. And then let's just talk about the thing that breaks my heart more than anything, which is the school system. So what's happening is our Board of Education is going bankrupt. Between the formula in the state giving all of the money to the poorer communities, which has been proven to not work.
Especially the women.
We're losing that kind of funding, but we're being...
Actually, I don't know. That's a poll. Let's put that to a poll. Who is worse, liberal women or liberal men? Now, guys, if you are on the vertical stream, enjoy yourselves. But if you would like to come over to the landscape stream, where you'll be able to what's the word I'm fucking looking for? Participate in the polls that come up. The link to the landscape stream is always going to be not only a pinned link, but if you can't get there, just go to the description and you will find it. So in terms of what it looks like, not too much different. When when I'm here on vertical, I'm a tiny little box there, and then when I go here, I get from a smaller box here to like a bigger box there. Whereas on the landscape stream, this is, the typical layout where I'm in a little box on the side and the video is full over here. And then I'm just more of halfway. Other than that, it's not, it's the same stream. It's just more of how you prefer. Glow Dark said, this is the good stream. But yeah, either way, whichever one you guys like is totally cool. But just letting you know, some people don't like the vertical. So and they've been telling me that the pinned links aren't working. So I put it in the description. All right. Polls. Oh wait, I missed equality. Said why does this lady hate Jews? I'm going to assume you're being sarcastic. And then with our poll, it didn't go up yet. But Quality said, lefty women by numbers, lefty men are worse ethically because they don't have the excuse of having retarded female brains. Fair. Yeah, I know, right? You click that button on StreamYard and they do all the stuff for you. That's why I love StreamYard. It's so easy. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But when it does, it's gold. All right. What are we doing? Let's get a Morty reminder. Actually, you know what? Just look at him. Just look at him. Oh, that's the other thing. If you're on the vertical stream, then you get the full view of our little baby boy the entire time. All right, let's dive back in.
In the state giving all of the money to the poorer communities, which has been proven to not work. We're losing that kind of funding, but we're being depleted from the busing. We are required by state law to provide busing to all the private school students. Why?
And so this should be a good good thing that the government does. This should be good service. that, you can bus anywhere. And so if you live in a bad area, then you're not inherently tied to that bad school. But then, of course, it gets abused.
Why are we paying for busing for schools that are not teaching a standard curriculum? If 80% or 90% of their curriculum is religious studies, why are the taxpayers paying for that busing? And then to add insult to injury, we have recently sold 2 of our schools, and they have been bought by the Orthodox community.
Who are you, Chris?
I am a
So what does it say? He is a Jackson Township councilman
in Jackson, New Jersey.
And what are we in front of right now?
We're in front of the former Sylvia Rosenauer School. The school was unfortunately shut down due to budget issues in Jackson. It was purchased by a private school.
Okay, so this is a private Jewish-only school right now?
Yes. As the state cuts our funding, we continue spending more and more public money on private schools, and it's kind of creating the perfect storm that's destroying our public education system.
So all of the school systems are...
And so, again, when we have all the other issues on its face that we understand about why the Board of the Department of Education, public schools in general suck, add this on top of it.
Completely strained by the influence of the Jewish non-students. They don't even use the public school system, but yet it costs the public school system a lot of money.
We Orthodox Jews, we pay the full school taxes to support the public schools and for busing. And the only thing that we get to use is busing.
You take Jackson Township, their pass-through budget was nothing in like 2017. What pass-through laws are, the federal state laws, where it says that the school system has to pay for the busing of private school students. The more people that moved into Jackson, they go to school in Lakewood. So no, Jackson has to bus their kids to Lakewood. Now they don't bus non-Jewish.
And that costs money, but wait, there's more.
In Lakewood. So no, Jackson has to bus their kids to Lakewood. Now they don't bus non-Jewish students. They have segregated busing. So you have girls bus, boys bus. It costs the towns millions and millions of dollars. While at the same
segregated busing using public money to go to a private Jewish school. 2 buses for every school, for every not every school, but every bus route. 2 buses.
So you have girls bus, boys bus. It costs the towns millions and millions of dollars. While at the same time, it decreases the enrollment that they have. So when the enrollment decreased, couple that with a really shit school funding formula in New Jersey, the towns spend way more money and they get way less in return.
And now in a modern day and time.
And we wonder why Democrat states our blue states are not doing well. Don't blame me. I voted for Jack. At least they spent the money to make it look nice, right?
Who thinks it's okay to separate boys and girls, not allowing them to be together, not allowing them to go to school together, be on the same bus? And because of a religious practice, you're forcing the public to pay extra money for things like that.
We have to send our...
We pay taxes. We all pay taxes for it, correct? They do pay a portion of it, but they're getting all of the benefits and we are getting none.
Children to religious...
Especially if you don't have any kids.
The public to pay extra money for things like that.
We have to send our children to religious schools because of the values that are taught in the secular schools. If our population changes, schools consolidate.
So now we're getting back to the overall question that I posed to you guys. Why is this different and or better than what people like Andrew Wilson are asking for Christianity? And so I think at the very least, there's an understanding why, if you're religious, that you wouldn't want your kids in the secular schools. So, right there, again, I'm agnostic, so that's not really something that matters to me. But if it matters to you, then how is it different? Why is it different? Marsha. Hard to say they pay tax when half the stuff they run is a non-profit. Yep. As I said before, if you ask good questions, as I said before, they are both Christian. Ask good questions and ask them one time, and then you'll get answers. Ask stupid, irrelevant shit, and you won't. Very, very simple.
That are taught in the secular schools. If our population changes, schools consolidate. We're not the first place that's happened, nor the last place.
The Jewish community is extremely racist. Could you imagine if
that's a whole other conversation? I never even heard Andrew explain what he actually wants or why it's justified. Just vague BS about Christians being in government like they aren't already. Exactly, and that raises the question of whether or not Andrew is more focused on growing the crucible or more focused on fixing America. And I'm not going to make a claim, but I am saying it's difficult to determine. Yeah, Connie said, one may call Democrat states shitholes. I mean, Jersey born and raised, I do love it, but I also fucking hate it. Lowell said, if Jews are already doing it, then why can't Christians? I don't know if it's a matter of which is better. Well, I mean, I don't want anybody to be doing it. If that's the argument that, well, they're doing it, okay, well, then let's stop them from doing it, not allow more people to do it. Well, if the Jews are murdering people, then Christians should be able to do it too. What? That don't really make no sense. Now do it. Especially if you do care about improving society and not being on the winning team. Only being on the winning
place.
The Jewish community is extremely racist. Could you imagine if I said that my children could not play with somebody's children because they were black? What a different conversation we would be having. Why is it okay?
We only eat kosher food. If our kids play in a non
you might give them something that's not kosher.
Religious Jews home, they might be given non-kosher food to eat. Also, we generally don't have televisions in our home and don't want to bring the secular values of homosexuality, of adultery, theft, of cursing, and go on and on.
If I clip the, let's do this.
Bring the.
If I.
Also.
Okay. If I did this and just played this clip for the Christian nationalists.
So we generally don't have televisions in our home and don't want to bring the secular values of homosexuality, of adultery, theft, of cursing, and go on and on.
What is different about what he just said and what the Christian nationalists are saying? So let's go to the poll. We only got 4 votes. Oh, there's 5. And 5 will make it 60-40. Liberal women are worse. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what Liberty's saying. I can't fault women for being liberal. It's their nature. But I can blame men for letting them get away with insanity like baby murder and genital mutilation and suicidal empathy. Bingo. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think I'm with you, man. The women, it's just, that's what they are. It's our job as the men to be better and show them better. But, you know, shout out to Caleb. Welcome. They said SpongeBob would turn the kids gay, and now everyone is gay. It's when there's a baby and you murder it.
We don't want to bring this into our society. The Orthodox Jews are paying full property tax, which is how the schools are funded, and we don't get the benefit of the school building, the school teachers. So we have to also pay for our private education. So they're getting our money, and we're getting nothing for it.
Your funding's going to go down. You're going to have to make cuts. You're going to have to keep closing schools. They just shut down another big school.
I mean, I don't want it to be, I don't want this to be the best argument that's put forth by Christians in this stream. Now, Lone Wolf was talking about certain, cultural issues. Fair. But, like, can we at least acknowledge that at its core, it's the same reasons. They want to implement what they believe. Can we agree there? Quality said, as long as liberty admits women shouldn't have rights. Based on, what do you say? Can't fault women for being liberal. Do you believe women should have rights?
And you're going to have to make cuts. You're going to have to keep closing schools. They just shut down another big school, which is going to be converted into, might be one of the world's largest yeshivas right here in town.
Wait, hold on. Let's see what that said. I'll bring this right back. Hold on.
Which is going to be converted into, might be one of the world's largest.
Lakewood Yeshiva is buying empty Jackson Middle School, for $40 million. God damn. But Quality, I think this passes the test. Either you agree to not aggress or you don't get rights. I mean, again, I feel like that sounds very that sounds great on paper, but how do you implement that? And then what happens if you accidentally aggress or aggress in a way that you don't believe is aggressing, but somebody else agrees is? seems kind of simplified.
Just yeshivas right here in town. Let's be real.
It's just the name of the. I mean, I mean, that's a good question actually. What does it mean? Yeshiva. Oh.
Yeshiva.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it's just a school. It's just a school. That's all it means. Just a school. Play, motherfucker.
Going to be converted into, might be one of the world's largest yeshivas right here in town. Let's be real. New Jersey State is essentially a criminal organization because everything they do is for some type of special interest.
No, that's just Shiva.
Somebody to benefit somehow.
They take a house.
Shout out to the league. Oh my God. Does anybody remember the league? Shivi Kamina Commercial Markandakram. If you know, you know. You're a little fruity little clingy little one, aren't you? Talk to me, please, please. I know you are talking to me, and you're doing a whole other thing. But I want to talk to you about what I want to talk about. You know what you do when you have that feeling? You go start your own fucking channel.
At that house built for a public mikvah only for Jewish people, right? So they say it's for the public, but it's not. It's just for a select private group of people. The house is now a 501c religious organization, so it doesn't pay taxes, so the town loses the tax money. Yep. And then, like in this case, that mikvah was being built before it was even approved, so everyone sees that.
This is going to be a mikvah, which is a religious bathhouse.
Where women get purified.
Correct.
After their periods?
Yes, and it prepares them for their
weird
childbearing time.
Sex.
Bruh, they're fucking listen to the fucking video! This is why you're so fucking confused! She literally just said it! She just said it! Shut your fat fucking fingers and just open your ears! This is it. You are done getting driving the show. You are done.
Pay taxes, so the town loses the tax money.
Okay, Bob, are you listening? This is the answer to your question.
And then, like in this case, that
mikvah, which is a religious bathhouse.
Which is what? It's a what? It's a what? What? No, you're just confused. In case you missed it, Bob.
Been approved, so everyone sees that.
This is going to be a mikvah, which is a religious bathhouse.
Where women get purified.
Correct.
After their periods?
Yes, and it prepares them for their childbearing time.
Sex.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's little things like.
Yep. Gotta be nice and clean. Quality said, the point being, I guess with the rights, point being, if you blame men for women's actions, you are admitting that they are toddlers with tits over which men must have dominion. Agree. Agreed. Caleb said, oh no, private institutions that are beneficial to the Commonwealth. Which ones are those? What did I say something and forget I was talking again? Which private institute are you referring to?
Childbearing time.
Sex.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's little things like this when they get in an area, they put what they need, their special needs. It doesn't benefit the community.
Special needs that doesn't benefit the community.
Anything that they put, it benefits only them.
So this is a house of worship, a shawl. This has been.
All right, who thinks Bob's going to come back? Should we do 5 minutes or 1 minute? Let's just do 1 minute's funnier because they always come back. All right, Bob, see you in 60 seconds.
Been operating now probably for about 6 or 7 years. This is one of the ones that we first realized was non-owner occupied. Now,
meaning
that you have a better chance of not having issues if you live in the home and you have prayer. But nobody was living in this home.
Okay.
Generally you should have to get the proper permits and everything. But our town has been very accommodating for bad behavior. As you could see, they did install a light for them here, so they could safely pull in.
So what you're saying is that you'd rather have the atheists than the Jews.
In and out and cross the street.
And that's a symptom of the increased traffic into this location, right? A light just for this house.
Correct. This is zone residential.
As I told you, we have to be together for schools, for synagogues, for kosher food. So you're gonna start buying the next block over. That happens to be Jackson and Toms River. Now it's going into Howell because we're having lots of children, and thank God we're having lots of children. Thank God almost all of them stay religious, get married early, and having children.
Do they have a choice? Do they actually have a choice?
and the community is just growing and growing. So in Jackson, they passed regulations against Orthodox Jews. And not only that, they were harassing us. Let me give
Yeah, and so Jason says it's a hostile takeover. And this is the kind of rhetoric that came all the way back. I'm pretty sure it was Trump's first rally where he was talking about the drug dealers and the rapists and all that was about people coming to this country and eroding American culture. We had that. We had the Mexicans. We had the they're eating the dogs. They had some. I mean, go down the fucking list, and we're just seeing that it seems to be every fucking group, or at least every group, or sorry, no, every state, every region is being fucking crushed by the balls by some ethnic group that isn't American. And if you say it, but I'm not white, so I get away with it a little bit more. DJ said, I'm so glad I'm not Muslim or a Jew, if only for the food. Yeah, right. I love seafood and I love bacon. I love bacon on my seafood. You know what I'm saying? Caleb said, I'd rather have Jewish neighbors than Muslim or Chinese private equity owned rental complex. True, but I mean, that's a hell of a choice. Can we just have like regular Americans? Nominal Christians. Just saying.
And they passed regulations against Orthodox Jews. And not only that, they were harassing us. Let me give you an example.
I mean, it's not that.
Pray 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. So Jackson, they were very unprofessional, very amateurish. So they had their code enforcement department counting the number of Jews on the street, and they left the emails on their Jackson Township email system. So when litigation ensued, it came out in discovery. So they say, I see 3.
Should we put it to a poll? Let's put it to a poll.
3 men wearing the garb, carrying.
Remember, if you're on the vertical stream, this poll is only going to be on the landscape stream. So hit the link in the description to head over where you can participate.
Discovery. So they say, I see 3 men wearing the garb, carrying Bibles, going into this house. And the inspectors would actually go onto the property and peer into the window to see if we were praying.
Okay, so the house was zoned residentially, and it is being used as a house of worship?
No, you could just go in there. The guy owns the house. You can just go in there.
Yes, glow and dark. You're a landscape.
And pray. We do it all the time. Just like, when I have the Super Bowl here, I have 50 people here.
In contrast to the Super Bowl, how often does this congregation?
All right, guys. Glow and dark said, I'd rather have Jewish neighbors, glow and dark said, than African Americans. I think they just like black now. Shout out to Liberty Plus TV. Dilly fucking Dilly. I'd rather have American neighbors. Hell yeah. So again, if you're on vertical and you just want to answer, who would you rather be your neighbor with no other context? They are Jews. They are black. That's all the information you have. Not an option.
50 people here.
In contrast to the Super Bowl, how often does this congregation happen per year? Is it every week?
Oh, no, we pray 3 times a day. No.
3 times a day versus once a year, though, right? That's an important distinction.
Oh, I'm just saying, but every week they could have during football season, get people over watching football, and they get.
Wait, what? What is he trying to make the argument? Is he trying to make the argument that these Yeshua things are the same as having a football party? Is that really what's happening? Dick, you have no other context. They in our language that we speak, they is a plural, not a singular. So you can assume that there's more than one. They might be a couple. They might be a family. They might be Jamaican. They might be Somalian. Either way, all you know is that one group is Jews, one group is blacks. If you had no other information, which would you pick? That's the question, Quality. Quality said, identify as a Jewish African-American non-conforming Shintoist interdimensional lesbian trapped in a man's body. That sounds like gay with extra steps.
Every week they get during football season, they get people over watching football, and they get 30 people in the house watching football, right? Anybody in America can do that, and they're not cited for a violation.
You don't think they would have been treated the same if it were a mosque or a church?
There are Christian groups, and they were not harassed like we were.
So you guys were singled out in your opinion?
Yeah, for sure.
What happened to Jackson? What anti-Semitic laws is he referring to in his opinion?
So everybody is reacting in their own way, zoning law-wise, to try to fight what they do. And what that is like buying corner lots that are unbuildable, using the RLUPA laws to build on them. So what happened was there was a little bit of a rush to stop Lakewood. I would say about 2010-ish, where you saw—
How did that go?
Different towns making different zoning laws. Brick did its own little thing, tightened up zoning laws in certain areas, and they did it in a way where it wasn't pointing out one religion. Jackson kind of did it in a way where they did point out one religion. But
what does that mean?
Well, we got an answer from Equality, so I'm going to put that into the poll, and then we've got the opposite. Oh, man. So both the answers that I've got from Vertical and Rumble have been canceled out. So right now we are at 60-40. Who would you rather be your neighbor with no other context? Jews or blacks?
So it's like they tried stopping the shoals in the middle of the houses, but what they did was they worded it and they said things as they were doing. Like the people on the boards were saying stupid shit during the discussion that were anti-Semitic, basically to give them fuel to come in and say, "You guys are making anti-Semitic laws." Okay, it wasn't necessarily what they were trying to do; it's how they were trying to do it. Now the council president up there, Mordecai Bernstein, who was a part of it, you have that guy Richie Roberts. They got the DOJ to do an investigation. They sued under RLUPA, and they had the DOJ do an investigation into him. They hammered Jackson. So now it's like
we got a dilly Liberty Plus. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, wait. This is even better. Look at me. I am the cookout now. Yeah, buddy. And see, that's the other thing, like Liberty's talking about jerk chicken, Dick's talking about reggae, like, Caribbean is a very, very big, well, maybe not very big, but a significant portion of the black people in America, namely my family. Yeah, right. I mean, if you haven't had some real Jamaican jerk chicken or oxtail, or you don't really know. You don't really know. I guess we lost Bob. Bob didn't come back. All right. Let's dive back in. So it said the land use provisions of the Religious Land Use and Institutionalized Persons Act of 2000, all that stuff, protect individuals, houses of worship, and other religious institutions from discrimination in zoning and landmarking laws. So just more protections.
Lupa, and they had the DOJ do an investigation into him. They hammered Jackson. So now it's like Jackson is castrated and cannot even fight it anymore because they got told by the federal government and the state.
What do you mean? Dilly. What's the question?
Government, they get to do whatever the hell they want. So now that's why you're seeing the synagogues going up.
Joe, thank you so much for hanging out. You have a good one.
In single family or multiple family, big houses, $800,000, $900,000 houses. We lost the lawsuit on this property that was too small of a property, unbuildable lot. The people that came out to that meeting made this type of comment. This was deemed anti-Semitic. This is a family neighborhood. We like to keep it a family neighborhood. Anti-Semitic. This is what the judge, quote, cited as anti-Semitic. Are you going to be renting this house or are you going to be living in it? Anti-Semitic. What type of family would want to live on this type of lot? Anti-Semitic. That's how petty it gets.
Beginning 10 years ago,
Oh, you don't know petty. You don't know petty until you deal with local government, like HOAs. I mean, the smaller the institution, the more powerful the leaders feel.
Called you an anti-Semite for outlining all of these points. Were you wrong?
I was right. There are plenty of county roads in Jackson. Nobody's saying that you cannot put your house.
Wait. What is this saying?
Blot.
For outlining it.
There's Strong and there's Jersey and Jay Strong. Don't forget about me. I don't know what any of this means. Okay.
All of these points. Were you wrong?
I was right. There are plenty of county roads.
I mean, it was Bud Light to nitpick. What is this? What is that? We cannot. Okay, but yeah, Bud Light, and that's why I was like, ooh, when the whole drama with Bud Light came out, I was like, do I keep the dilly dilly or do I change it? But I was like, you know, I wanted to move it outside of this is Bud Light. So they just had a commercial where it was just like you know, cheers. It just means like cheers. And so they were just saying dilly dilly, dilly dilly. Yeah, Connie saying here, I'll just repost this for you. There we go. All right.
Points. Were you wrong?
I was right. There are plenty of county roads in Jackson. Nobody's saying that you cannot put your house of worship on those county roads where you could put a proper parking lot and you could have proper traffic. So why are we dealing with houses of worship within walking distance that could be on main roads? Air roofs are up. Why instead are we putting them smack in the middle of residential areas? Because it's another way.
Oh, that was such a Jersey because. Listen to that. Did you hear that?
Smack in the middle of residential areas, because it's another way to get people out of there. It's another way to create a complete religious enclave.
And this all begs
the blacks won. The blacks won by one vote. By one vote, 60% to 40%, or technically we had seven total votes. With the 5 votes, it won 60-40, but the other one of the other votes was black and one of the other votes was Jewish. So, you know, what's the dealio? Do I say that? I definitely used to say that all the time. But yep. All right, what else we looking at here? So this lady is obsessed with zoning, and I hate her for it. Well, what do you mean? She's not obsessed with zoning, and she's obsessed with not having people come in and ruin her community. You know?
People out of there. It's another way to create a complete religious enclave.
And this all begs the question, does the Jewish community living in peace come at a direct cost of the non-Jews also trying to live in peace? Can the two groups get along? I toured a mostly all-Jew neighborhood in Lakewood to understand Jennifer's frustration a bit more, what she sees as Jackson's seemingly unavoidable future. Where are we at, Jenna?
We are in Westgate, aka Kosher West, aka the Little Tykes Graveyard.
I'm noticing lots of toys on the lawn, car seat that may not be getting used, tons of minivans, many children, many families, full trash cans, abandoned vehicles, a lot going on here.
Correct. This is on the border of Jackson. And unfortunately, I see this as being Jackson's future if we don't get a hold of things.
Let's go for a walk. How large are the families out here?
Again, you know, anywhere from 6 to 12 children.
This is all Orthodox Jews for the most part?
This is predominantly probably 99.9% religious.
That was a great role. And that was the first role. That was the first thing I ever saw Tom Hardy in. And so like I didn't have any other things. I might have seen Dark Knight Rises, but I just didn't know it was him for whatever reason. But shout out to the Peaky fucking Blinders.
This is predominantly probably 99.9% religious.
Could I buy a home here?
I don't believe you could.
Obviously, legally, according to the Fair Housing Act, it's illegal for them to discriminate against me. But practically speaking, could I buy a home?
No.
Okay.
This community is allowed to police themselves. You know, they are allowed to do what they want to do. Rules don't apply. Yeah, the trash cans. We have a problem now in Jackson with rats, which we've never had before. It's definitely a concern. It's a complete.
Have you guys seen that documentary that was about rats in New York, like New York City? Oh my God. So disgusting. They were talking about how there is either equal or more of a biomass of rats in New York City than humans. So like if you put all the human flesh, all the human bodies together and weighed it all together, it would weigh less or the same as the fucking rats. Ugh.
In Jackson with
rats. And remember, this is not a cheap, this isn't the hood or anything. This is like an expensive like beachfront town. This is not like in the sticks somewhere.
Rats, which we've never had before. It's definitely a concern. It's a complete religious enclave, yes.
And this bus right here is paid for by a Lakewood taxpayer, correct?
Correct.
We're walking. We're trying to walk. You got it. Yes. Call the cops.
Here, it's...
And again, somebody who's absolutely doing nothing wrong, but they see a camera and freak the fuck out.
Strictly about religion, nothing else. All these men going to yeshiva until they're 35 years old, they're not producing college students. They're not producing people that are going to go and benefit the.
Yeah, how is that a thing? Like New York and it's just piles of trash. Like, how did that? So much about New York City is fucked.
Producing college students. They're not producing people that are going to go and benefit the greater good of our society.
It's sort of an investment in a insulated one-way economy.
Correct. Without anybody contributing.
How are you? We're filming a little documentary. Yeah, for YouTube. Would you like this?
All right, if we can't get him peanut butter, can we at least get him a treat? 99 cents. Not only will keep the party raging, but we'll get our little overlord a treat.
Say hi.
I actually recognize your face.
I'm infamous. That's me. Yes.
Infamous.
Good to meet you. How are you?
I actually can't see
I see.
I'm sorry.
No worries. It's good to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just walking around talking.
Cool. I hope it's interesting.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Like, not everybody's the same. Yeah.
This is true. I'm noticing a strong spectrum here of even orthodoxy, right?
Yeah.
I gotta move south. Between the snow and the fact that this might be migrating towards my area, gotta get out. Gotta get out. Yeah, I said that rat stat is unnerving. Yuck.
I gotta say, very refreshing. Sweet woman.
Yeah.
Said hi. Good luck.
That's the funny thing.
Nice,
that's the funny thing about it. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the women are very nice and very welcoming.
Yeah.
And you can have a conversation with them, but at the end of the day, they can't be your friend.
No parking. Look at that.
They don't want to live amongst us. They don't want to live with us. They just want to live and exist and not have us be part of their lives. We've had people stand up at our council meeting in Jackson and say, I'm sorry, we cannot let our children play with your children.
I'm literally just waiting for my parents to get my dad to get everything set up. They need to move to a bigger office because right now they only have, we have the one laser, but we also have the one room. And then there's the issue with my mom is there. So if there's, my dad's an actual doctor. So that's one, so I guess that would work anyway. But if there's a woman that's getting her boyfriend's name on her tit removed, then it's a medical procedure. But my dad feels more comfortable if my mom just goes in the rooms, just be there. But I guess theoretically, if he's actually the doctor, then he's probably better off just handling tits, and mom can come in and make sure that I just do my shit. But I'm just waiting. I mean, it started off as like a kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing, but the more I think about it, it doesn't make sense to not. It doesn't make sense to not. Shout out to equality and deference because vagina with a $2 Rumble Rain heading out, leaving in style. Thank you so very, very much, guys. The party rages on. But again, guys, we're not even at 2 hours. 2.5 hour mark is the end. But I would like to rage on.
And say, I'm sorry, we cannot let our children play with your children.
For the Orthodox community, the reason that we choose sometimes to live with ourselves is because we are, as a culture, very careful with the influences our children have. My children they don't have any access to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any of these things. And part of that safety is that after school, all of us as neighbors share those same values and rules and restrictions.
It's about unity. It's about assimilation. It's about, the American culture. And that's what we're
assimilation. The same thing we've been talking about. The same exact thing that we've been talking about.
Can the Jews and the Gentiles get along?
Absolutely. We don't.
I would have, like maybe a year ago, you asked me that question. Of course, why not? It's not the goyim.
You're calling for unity.
Absolutely. I also understand that this is their way of thinking. This is how they were trained. This is how they were brought up.
We're happy for them to stay. We don't push them out. We had a neighbor Wheeler right across the street over one house. We were sorry to see them go.
Were you though?
Is it bad that you have a house that's worth $300,000 and someone says, I really want to live?
Like I said, this shit ain't fucking the sticks. Look at these houses. These are definitely that's a single. Come on.
I'll give you $6.
That's a single family home. These are the type of clients that I have.
100,000 for it?
I think it's great if you're trying to sell your house.
Okay, and if he doesn't have to. Like this woman shouldn't have to sell her house.
Yeah, I think there's an argument in some instances of people who have claimed that they've been pressured, harassed, or intimidated to sell their house.
So it's not intimidation. It only could be that too many people are knocking on their door asking.
Hold on. There's actually, where is it? We're at 4851. 4851. There was, I'm pretty sure there he does talk about the Amish in here somewhere. Maybe it was something different. Maybe it was something different. I don't know. But yeah, that's a big thing that the Amish are doing this type of thing where they're isolating themselves. But they're not stealing our fucking money. Which goes to prove a point. It's not that you're doing this. It's that you're doing this on my dime.
It's not intimidation. It only could be that too many people are knocking on their door asking, do you want to sell your house?
Okay, so there's blockbusting.
Okay.
You know, that's when they approach you to sell your house, which is a level of harassment. There's intimidation, telling you that, you know, your decorations are not Yiddish, or approaching you and asking you, when are you moving? You know, you could have a child who's 4 or 5 years old, being your neighbor, and you could be very nice to that child, and one day they will just come out and say to you, when are you leaving? Well, that's learned behavior. They're hearing that, right?
And I'm pretty sure that, okay, I'm going to let them go. I think there was a part, so just in case they're not on this point, there was a point where they're talking about something very similar to the Muslim taqiyya, where it's okay to lie to outsiders to make your culture look better so that you can take power and then just implement your culture violently.
Of housing. You saw it yesterday. 4, 5, 6 cars per place. Tight, super tight houses.
The few people that I've spoken to, a lot of it stems from fear and their loss of their way of life, right? I don't think it stems from hatred from what I've heard.
So exactly. And that's fair. That's fair. We can admit that. Like, I am afraid to live in a country where I don't recognize the culture. I am afraid of that. Does that mean you a bitch? Maybe. But it is what it is.
And some fear to change in their in their neighborhood. These people are moving in that don't look like them, that, you know, seem different. And I can understand it, but there are laws about discrimination, and, you know, people bought homes legally because the non-Jews that lived there made a lot of money off the Jews in selling the homes.
Well, look at, you know, Little Italy, and look at Chinatown and New York, and how come it was okay for them to live amongst themselves? Jeez. The key there is assimilation. Their children went to public schools. They worked in the public sector. They invited anybody who wanted to come into their community. They provided for them in their community. Huge difference there. This is not a welcoming community. This is not somebody who's saying, we're going to build this shul. Come on in. We want to teach you a little bit about our religion and our beliefs, but we want to involve you in it. And this has been a topic that I have brought up at several council meetings when there have been times when there's been a project or something that they wanted to approve, and we were trying to kind of, you know, bring it to people's attention that this project is not going to benefit the community as a greater good. The Jewish community is extremely racist, and I would go as far to say as the Jackson government should be ashamed of themselves.
Beautiful traffic conundrum here. What?
Welcome.
Is that a strategic calling?
I think so.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the strategy there was.
Not let you speak. You know, like the woke do.
How can I now? Gotta say hi. Hello. All right, so you're just honking. I'm not sure what the strategy is. How are you?
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
I came down and waved and said hi. We're gonna see how long he's just gonna remain honking. How are you?
Shout out to Harry Long. Said my mom told me years ago, and my grandma told me two different times. World War III will be in your living room. I pray to God you're not here. We won't be here, but I pray to God you're not. So the idea of Christianity being a death cult, that's you people. That's you people. That's you people. Life is not a waiting room.
What are you doing? He's gonna break his horn. This guy does have a cheeky sense of humor, which I can appreciate. That honk was promised to him.
Little does he know that he has the fucking lav mic right in front of his face.
Zoom on his face. I think I'm gonna sue. His kids in there is doing that? What?
Great parenting. Great parenting.
Man, I think this guy actually might be immensely challenged. So we're gonna get.
Hey, shout out to Edge of the South. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you. Checking out Little Israel, Little Tel Aviv, Little Jerusalem, whatever they're calling it in my home state of Jersey. Like, so we need to stop the unions. Yeah, that's a whole can of worms. All right.
Man, I think this guy actually might be immensely challenged, so we're going to give him a break. So listen, we can talk all the niceties we want. There is hostility.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? That's not going to happen walking down our streets.
But as we were trying to escape and rest our ears from the...
No, he probably recognizes Tyler Olivera from the last video about Jewish people that was made, and sees that he's trying to make a new video and just honking to be disruptive. You know, like the woke do.
Jews honk.
Instead of getting out of the car and being like, hey, I saw your video. I don't like what you said. You said X, Y, and Z, and that's wrong because the correct answer is A, B, and C. And the way you presented it, I can understand why you might have thought that, but you're wrong because of this. Nope. Yep. Instead, it just
honking at us from all directions. I spotted these dudes tracking us. Turns out I had summoned the Shamrim police, the Jewish community.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. The Shamrim Emergency Services. If the other one wasn't enough, now we got backup.
His internal police force that receives both federal funding and township funding. You guys want to be interviewed?
No.
Okay, respect. Are we in the heart of Lakewood?
I feel like I heard about that, but yeah, I didn't look into it either. But let me know.
Lakewood right
What
now?
do you know for?
I'm just curious. All right, he's pushing it. What's up? You want to do an interview? Okay.
I don't think it was nice how you portrayed.
There you go. Fucking dilly to this guy. Whatever it is that he's about to say. Full screen for the landscapers. Whatever he's about to say. Dilly to just having the fucking conversation. You could be black-pilled to the end of the fucking world, and maybe there is no fixing anything. But there's definitely no fixing anything if you don't fucking talk to people. Hey, shout out to VHS. Welcome. So you know what's crazy? I think I actually know you in real life. Jersey, your life is both great and horrible. Hit me up privately, and we'll see. I do be known in these parts. You know what I mean? Maybe not for the greatest reasons all the time, but you know. All right, so he's actually willing to say what I've been telling all of them to say.
I don't think it was nice how you portrayed the Jewish people. And
what are we talking about?
That's it, right there. Now we're in the conversation. Now we're having the conversation. Now the people watching the video are seeing you represent that community, that group, in a much better way. And we haven't even gotten to the substance yet.
Context real quick.
What's the context?
Are we talking about Curious Joel?
Yes. I just don't think it was you were trying to portray. I think you just came in with a more of what you had a picture in your head.
What do you think I got wrong? What do you think was misrepresented? Like, I'm just trying to learn. What do you actually think I got wrong about it?
There should have been a clip there from, like, I don't know what Curious Joel. I don't know what that means. I mean, we saw the last video, but I didn't fucking memorize this shit. So, but I mean, we can assume that he was talking to somebody who was of the Jewish faith and didn't make it look too good.
I just think there was agenda.
You gotta elaborate a little bit, though.
What was the front of the YouTube page posted as? What was the
inside the New York town invaded by welfare-addicted Jews?
Thank you. You answered the question.
Did he though? He's specifically asking you, what is wrong with that? If you can't articulate, like, again, I give him his flowers for at least trying. Because he thinks he did a thing. At least try. Or his britches too big for him. His britches are too big for him, which is a little bit of a feat. Oh, look how cute he is. No, they didn't get you any peanut butter. We'll see.
Was I wrong, though?
I actually think it's not true, but again, you
okay, so then talk about that.
Whatever you want. It's not welfare addicted. This is what it is.
Welfare reliance, welfare dependent.
It's not addicted. It is what it is. And so this is the problem. This is the fucking problem. That you have an issue with people saying facts about you and the group that you choose to be a part of. Then, because you don't like it, you just decide that it's unfair, that it's anti-Semitic, that it's whatever. That's not how this works. Facts don't care about your feelings, right? I bet you know where that comes from.
And then what would be a better
programs don't have it.
All right. What are you arguing?
He's just like, all right. I mean, hey, I am. If that's his legitimate position, get rid of welfare. I'd rather have that than what we got now.
That I have an obligation as a taxpayer to fund you and how many kids you want to have. If you want to have 30 kids, that's just how it is. It's
I'm
the
arguing
law.
that if the law is set up to have certain criteria for people, and it's going to...
Again, dodging the question. We know what the law is. Nobody's confused as to how taxes work. What are you doing? No. He's literally trying to eat the cap for this one. Guys, can we get him a treat? Please. Please. But yeah, again, this guy is just dodging the question because he knows there's no good answer.
That if the law is set up to have certain criteria for people...
Well, the law says, therefore, slavery was legal.
People, and it's according to children, then people who qualify for it, legally qualify for it,
100%.
with no fraud at all, are entitled to get it.
And you'll give me the credit of acknowledging I never said that was fraudulent.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, big shout out to Box. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. And look, he is ready to go. He is ready to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. I believe you are the co-sponsor of the stream. Let me take a look. Here we got 2 sponsors here. Shout out to Box for the Big 10. And oh my goodness, Glow in Dark with the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. Every little bit counts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Very, very much appreciated. Let's dive right back in. Very much appreciated, guys.
Entitled to get it.
And you'll give me the credit of acknowledging I never said that was fraudulent.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's exploitative by nature, though. Yeah, why don't you throw all your money at them and help sustain their lifestyle? Why do I have to take a cut of my paycheck to go towards Kiryas Joel's insulated Hasidic Jewish community that has nothing to do with me? I'll never get anything out of. There's zero upside for them to exist for me.
Anyways, we have the government makes criteria for getting financial aid. And
this is just the well, the government said, therefore, it's not wrong. Really? What was the legality? I don't remember the specifics. So remind me, what was the legality of the Holocaust? Was that illegal? Was that voted for? Was that part of the law? Or what? Because that's all these people can ever talk about, right? Is how horrible the Jews have been treated in the Holocaust, which they were. Thus, we must fill in the blank. And here he's saying, well, I mean, the law is the law. Sure. Okay, great, Liberty. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that he's right, that it's the government's fault. He's not answering the question that's being put forward. We've already established it's the government's fault. The government created this this opportunity for you to be a shitty fucking person. So do you believe that you're a shitty fucking person? Well, the government said, okay, great. We didn't ask you that. We asked you, do you think that it's untoward or whatever fucking word he used? Well, it's the law. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Well, it's the law. I did hear, or is that the Huckabee one? I did hear that the Huckabee one was something to check out. But I don't know, the fucking, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the rest of the world. All right. Diving back in.
Hasidic Jewish community that has nothing to do with me. I'll never get anything out of. There's zero upside for them to exist for me.
Anyways, we have the government makes criteria for getting financial aid. And if someone qualifies for that criteria, I'm not sure why when the Jew does it.
Is that not what we're doing right now?
You're calling it exploitive or taking advantage, but you don't say that to all the other people and populaces that don't have it.
Well, I've never seen anything of this scale to where the families are this large and it's sort of baked into their strategy of child raising.
So are you against having...
I think we all have done shitty things in our life. I mean, I don't believe you. I don't believe you if you tell me you've never done something shitty. But if you do something shitty and then later, especially when you're not, the admission, the accountability of saying, well, I shouldn't have done that, doesn't really do anything. If you said, I can kind of be a shitty person if I'm honest, but you have regrets. That's the part that's missing here. No regrets. No regrets. That's the part that's missing here. The part that's missing is to say that we want to, we want to do things differently. But, like, that's not really what you're about. You're just saying, well, the government said, so it's totally fine. No regrets. Ragrets. Close. No regrets. WTX said, does ranch go on pizza? So I'll do, because I don't like when people don't directly answer questions, I will say yes if you have a chicken bacon ranch pizza. That is a New Brunswick thing. That is a Rutgers thing. If it hasn't made it to where you, if you haven't made it to, or if it hasn't made it to you, I feel sorry for you. But chicken bacon ranch is the best type of pizza. It's a little bit much. Like, it's not the kind of thing you could eat every day. So, like, if I'm going to order, like, a whole pie just for myself, I'm going to get, just, like, plain or pepperoni. But if I'm out and I'm getting a couple slices of something, chicken bacon ranch all fucking day. All day. It's doing, yeah, exactly. Shout out to Brandon. Welcome. Said, funny thing that Jews are being disliked by Democrats, yet they're associated with George Soros, who's a Jew and a Nazi sympathizer. Oh yeah, the left-right paradigm is completely fucked. Ranch on pizza. There we go. Oh. Let's see. We got a spy. And Full Metal Chat is back. I didn't think you'd make it too far over there. There's just, the conversation is just different. Rumble, I love you. I will always be streaming to Rumble, especially if anything happens with, with YouTube. But yeah, it's just, having the chat here and the chats there. It's just a little different. It's a little bit more. Welcome back. Let me say, if you think Dems hate Jews, you watch too much Fox. Say more on this specifically, because I feel like maybe I watch too much people covering like Hassan and iDubbbz and people like that. That's what I think of when I think of Dems hating Jews. Free Palestine, Queers for Palestine, all that stuff is anti-Jew. So say more on this, please. Jalapeno bacon pizza. Yeah, fair. He said, I bet Jews hate ranch on pizza. You mean Little Caesars? Are we talking about Little Caesars pizza? That's so adorable. No one actually care about race. They just use yup. And that's why before, whenever whoever was in here be like, well, why are you talking about the Christians? Because I'm talking about groups that are using government money that may or may not be fraudulent. And so then the question is to you guys, is it different? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it the same? Whatever it is. Well, said Jew hating has always been closely related to white supremacy. I've been warning TYT about the bedfellows they make in their anti-Zionist objectives. Yup. Yeah, making your own pizza, that's a good one. I would love to have my own brick oven pizza. Con Inc. says the Democrats hate Jews like the Free Palestine protests, but that's pretty low-level thinking. Okay, and then say the thing. Edge Sal said, bums being bums are one thing. What we should be mad about is Uncle Sam taxing so damn much and enabling this freeloading behavior. Yeah, absolutely agreed. That doesn't mean that we should let the people who are abusing the system that is fucked off the hook. Yeah, I mean,
are this large, and it's sort of baked into their strategy of child raising.
Oh, so are you against having children, having a lot of children?
I'm pro-children. That's great. I think you should be able to afford it. And I want to make an important distinction between the Amish, let's say, and the Hasidic Jews and Kiryat.
I knew it! Wait, who said it? Someone was like, was it Jason? Someone was like, do the Jews, or do the Amish next. Where was it? Yeah, I knew it. Jason, you still here? Let's see what they're saying about
you
that.
against having children, having a lot of children?
I'm pro-children. That's great. I think you should be able to afford it. And I want to make an important distinction between the Amish, let's say, and the Hasidic Jews and Kiryas Joel. You tell me what's the difference.
Oh, there's tons of differences.
Tons of differences. Most importantly, as it relates to finance, though, the Amish pay for themselves. They're self-sustaining. They're not reliant on welfare programs funded by the taxpayer.
I think I heard in a video there's, 40,000 people in Kiryas Joel? 44,000. And you spoke to 20 people around on the street.
Sure.
Well, yeah, obviously. But I'm just saying, like a real brick oven pizza, that'd be both. That'd be... What was I even trying to say? Dope? With a B, and then I was going to say based, or I don't know, but that would be both sated. I don't know. Yeah, Jason, you got it. You called it. You called it.
44,000. And you spoke to 20 people around on the street.
Sure, perhaps an insufficient sample size.
And who obviously are not the ones working, because if they're working, they wouldn't have been on the street. They'd be working.
Sure, but it belies a pretty interesting question.
A little bit of cap. With what? I don't know what the third one is.
Right. How do they afford to raise such large families? How do they afford to study full-time?
First, I have to bifurcate your question.
Yeah, so Larry Place talking about how AIPAC funded both sides, Epstein would work with both sides, all of that stuff. There's no party that hates the Jews. The entire system seems unanimous on this. Okay, fair. So what I thought you were saying was more about like, no, Democrats don't have anything against Jews. And I'm like, I don't really see that. The idea that I think the idea that you're saying is that it's not just a Democrat thing. Is that what you're getting at? That it's not, or in general, it's not a left-right thing? Totally agree. Excuse me. Totally agree. I think the left-right paradigm has been shattered by specifically Israel and since October 7th. Like, it's been wonky before that, but like October 7th, that just fucking destroyed the left-right paradigm, for better and for worse in some areas.
Such large families, how do they afford to study full-time?
First, I have to bifurcate your question. There's two groups. One is the ones who are learning full-time, and the others are the ones that are working. For Hasidim, almost all of them go out to work. However, when they first get married, for the first 2 or 3 years, they'll learn Torah full-time. The wife will work. They don't have any children yet. Maybe they have 1 kid or 2 children. And then they'll get help from their family. And if their income qualifies, which it probably does, for financial aid.
Probably does.
Okay, we got this guy following us. We're playing games now. We got the security van rolling on us.
Uh-oh.
We got 1, 2, 3 police.
God
Surely there's
damn.
no conflict of interest we're about to experience. I wonder what law they're going to claim I violated. How you doing? My name's Tyler. How are you? Good to meet you, Josh. What's going on? I don't know. We're just getting stocked. Yeah? Low key, yeah. You look familiar, though. My name's Tyler Olivera. We're filming a little YouTube video. That's me, yeah. So what are you filming out here?
He just fucking told you.
Documentary on Lakewood, surrounding towns. Am I being detained? Is there a probable cause for this interaction? What's going on?
We just got a concern saying that you're walking up to people asking them questions, stuff like that.
You see, okay, yeah, he's gonna say it.
Luckily, this is America, and that is the First Amendment, right? It's beautiful.
Let's get a dilly for the First Amendment. Ironically, I just saw that Speakeasy himself didn't just host a debate, but did a debate about First Amendment auditors. I gotta check that out because I mean, there's definitely some entertainment and satisfaction when like the Karen type people try to just pick at the First Amendment auditors and like, we'll call the cops then. And like there's a little bit of that. But also, like, leave people alone. Leave people alone. So I don't know. I definitely want to see that debate, and I'm gonna put up a poll, see if you guys care about that, because if it's cool, we might cover it. No, I know there's no peanut butter in there, bud. It's just the cap. There's no more peanut butter in there.
Is there a probable cause for this interaction? What's going on?
We just got a concern saying that you're walking up to people asking them questions, stuff like that.
Luckily, this is America, and that is the First Amendment, right? It's beautiful. And I
Well,
get you're doing your
they
job.
call us, we got to come out here, right? See what you guys do, like a documentary?
Exactly, just a little documentary right now. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys want to say what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? It's good to meet you guys. I know you guys got more important things to do, but good to meet you guys. Good to meet you. Thanks for keeping everyone safe. Thank you.
Okay, so then it seems more like the cops were called there, and it's like, why do I have to be here? Not like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Public safety.
Yeah.
And we got multiple calls. Same reason why PD got calls.
Okay.
So that's it. We're just gonna follow you around. We're gonna let everybody know that they don't have to talk to you.
With the Shamrin police on our back, it felt like we were being policed by secondary force.
So I wasn't lying. He's literally going after the cap. He's literally going after the cab, guys.
Form of law enforcement that seem to exclusively defend the interest of the Jewish community. And speaking of double standards, let's talk about politics.
Uh-oh, politics. We said, how many more fraudsters can the system handle? Serious question. How do I get in on this? Just apply for a daycare. There you go. And nobody here says Joyzy. That's a Brooklyn thing.
Community. Speaking of double standards, let's talk about politics.
I firmly believe that the tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime. We have an ultra-Orthodox person as our council president. You know, you can't think that there's not going to be things happening and rules.
Oh, I got it. Juicy. Got it.
Stupid.
I'm not the greatest sometimes, guys. Sometimes it takes me a minute.
Think that there's not going to be things happening and rules and laws created to make his community stronger and better.
When do you eventually become involved in Jackson politics, let's say? You live in Lakewood, you don't even live in Jackson. Why do you even get involved?
What happened was this active discrimination against the Orthodox Jews in Jackson was going on for about a year. And I had people calling me from Jackson with like anonymous numbers, Orthodox Jews, because they were afraid for their safety. We're generally not violent people. If we have to defend ourselves, we will. And I think a substantial number of people in Lakewood now own guns.
Why?
Why?
They became fearful?
Oh, yes, because of the rise of anti-Semitism and the attacks on Jews. After about a year of them calling me, I could.
That's not and it's not easy. I mean, I don't have a comparative analysis, but it's not easy to get guns in Jersey.
I really couldn't take it anymore. There's suffering.
Why did you topple the government?
I told you
How
why.
did you do it with ease?
Oh, it was not with ease. It was a tremendous amount of work. Agent in Manhattan, trying to get the stories out to the press. And then I met with this political group, like I said, who ran senatorial campaigns. We got the cell phone numbers of all the people in Jackson, and we planned to text. We started a website.
I mean, a rug pull is fraud. I mean, in any, maybe not legally, but it's fraudulent.
Called Families for JacksonJustice.org. By the way, I've since abandoned the website. Anti-Semites took it over. It's like when the Republican Club, which was vehemently anti-Semitic and run by the mayor of Jackson, had a U.S. Senate candidate, Republican candidate, there for their meeting, I had spies inside the organization, non-Jews, who were telling me what was going on. So the Republican...
Oh, sorry. What the fuck just happened? Holy shit. Hold on.
In Jackson, 5 minutes before he spoke,
We're talking
a website exposing the religious discrimination. I had it populated with all kinds of information, statements. The mayor of Jackson had been voice recorded, not by me, but it was sent to me, where he was asked by the chairman of the Ocean County Republican Party if these were churches, would we be opposing them? He said, absolutely not. It was discrimination against Jews. They were going crazy with all the things.
So, I mean, you know, the reason that I'm bringing up this comparison isn't to, do a whataboutism or to try to get a gotcha. It's to have the actual conversation of what specifically is the issue with these people, what is the issue? Because I see a lot of parallels in people talking about wanting to do this for their own ideology and their own religious ideology.
Recorded, not by me, but it was sent to me, where he was asked by the chairman of the Ocean County Republican Party if these were churches, would we be opposing them? He said, absolutely not. It was.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Yeah, that's what he does when he's hungry. So the taxpayers have a right to know where their tax dollars go or not. I mean, I think yes. I'm going to say yes, because just because your rights are infringed does not mean those rights don't exist. So even though they don't tell us where our tax dollars go, that doesn't mean that we don't have that right. Block says, as far as I can tell, the Jews did, as Block said, a small-scale genocide. Was that Jews or was that Israel, though? Yeah, yep. Irony.
Where churches, would we be opposing them? He said, absolutely not. It was discrimination against Jews. They were going crazy with all the things I was doing, putting pressure on them. There was fighting going on among the elected political people. Resignations had started. And then I put out the ad on Fox News.
New developments in that deadly attack in New Jersey. Surveillance video shows they clearly targeted that Jewish market.
There's a synagogue located next door.
There's no question that this is a hate crime.
And at that time, it really was a discussion about, black on Jewish violence. And I didn't understand how much of a connection that is to the ground level. Like, we are literally fighting over the same turf type shit, and not an ideological difference. Or, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That Jewish market.
There's a synagogue located next door.
There is no question that this is a hate crime.
Anti-Semitism is on the rise, and now it's coming from Jackson Township's government. Elected officials in Jackson have passed ordinances targeting Orthodox Jewish families. Exposed township emails show officials surveilling religious Jewish families.
Right, but that's a bad thing, Liberty, right? I mean, you would have to agree that if we are going to pay taxes, that we would want to know where that is going. Love is growing more pro, less taxes, and I'm here to prop it up. I think you can just say anti-tax or pro lowering tax. That's more pro, less tax. That's just a lot. This is a lot. Yep, gotta end the Fed and the fraud.
Exposed township emails show officials surveilling religious Jewish families, praying in their homes. They even took revenge on a decorated veteran who testified against their anti-Semitism. Jackson officials are intimidating Jewish families, and they...
Well, Buck says the right got a little soft, in my opinion. Yeah, because people like me, who were default liberals, are now realizing that that is the correct side, at least for the landscape that we have now. No matter what it is that you want to happen in America, no matter what it is that you want to happen in America, unless it's pure destruction, then the Democrats will not help. The Republicans also probably will not help. But that will at least create a landscape where people can do something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, it is the government. We are in late stage, like all that shit is real. But we still have to live here. It's not a game that we can just quit. Yeah, me neither. But hey, Box is our resident lefty, so I'm gonna I'm gonna go with Box.
They admit it.
If these were charges, would we be fighting? Absolutely not.
Shameful. This isn't America.
Put on the neighbor.
Which is the 16th? Which is the 16th? 16th Amendment empowers Congress to levy a federal income tax on all income sources without apportioning it among states or basing it on the census. So, yeah, repeal the 16th. Based.
Absolutely not.
Shameful. This isn't America.
Let's put on the cable network provider for that area. In the meantime, I had 2 different calls with the White House. I know you want to ask me 1,000 questions. I will answer nothing more than that.
Oh, so you're just directly in Trump's ear. Got it.
Sorry. Because.
And that was another very Jersey because. Listen to it.
Nothing more than that.
Okay,
Sorry.
why?
Because.
And to be fair, yeah, the mayor's statement seems pretty damning, right? Him saying, "I wouldn't do this."
Yeah, right. And you heard that
on
the commercial.
Yeah.
By the way,
it seems discriminatory.
By the way, he's one of my best friends now.
Lifelong.
Because here's what happened. More Orthodox.
Whatever you want to call it. We're talking about the same shit.
Jews kept moving in because of the financial and demographic forces I told you about. And we started to become a larger part of the electorate. And he was coming up for re-election as mayor. And he asked someone if he could come here and apologize to me. And he came here and he said, when he signed those resolutions, he knew it was a wrong thing to do. But he
Box on the spot.
Said he was under so much pressure from all the political types in Jackson and the people who have constituencies, and they were yelling at me. So he just signed it. And he wants to tell me now that he regrets doing it and he's going to work to get rid of those regulations. Then that result was the Orthodox Jewish community embraced him. And we supported him. And I became the largest donor to his re-election campaign. It wasn't $1 million.
He becomes an ally to the Orthodox Jewish community.
He becomes not bigoted against us.
It's the Jewish vote. This is another form of corruption. Imagine if I said, "Hey, I'm going to give you this amount of money and you do this." Okay, you can't do that. But if I could say, "Hey, I'm going to deliver you 50,000 votes that are all going to vote for you." So take Jack Ciattarelli.
Hold on. Hey, Jack Ciattarelli. What? Wait. I didn't know this was. Oh my God. What did I do? What did I do here? All right, let's back this up a second.
bigoted against us.
It's the Jewish vote. This is another form of corruption. Imagine if I said, hey, I'm going to give you this amount of money and you do this. Okay, you can't do that. But if I could say,
bribery.
Hey, I'm going to deliver you 50,000 votes that are all going to vote for you. So take Jack Ciattarelli in New Jersey. They were bragging that all of the Vlads got together, all the Jewish Vlads got together, and were voting for Jack Ciattarelli, and they did so like 97%. That voting bloc doing that now says,
and he still fucking lost to the fucking liberal chick.
It's like what they do is they take that and say, hey, we got all these votes, and we're going to all vote for you, but what are you going to do for us? And if you don't vote,
well, I mean, and that's kind of how politics works, but that also doesn't really make too much sense in terms of the, like we were talking about, the right-left paradigm. Like, I guess it makes more sense that the Republicans are going to be more pro-Israel, but like we've been talking about, that seems like it seems more like an age thing. Like the older you are, the more likely you are to support Israel. It doesn't necessarily seem like a left-right thing. Hey, shout out to Box with the big 5, and Morty popping his head up. He's like, let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. Thank you, sir. Of course, every donation comes with a treat for Morty. Box, I can fix all of taxes with 2 sentences. It's a big ask. Everyone pays a flat 10% tax rate, and companies are people. Okay, so, I mean, the flat 10% tax rate, I could see where you're coming from. Say more on the companies are people. What would that change? What would that change about how taxes are collected and how they're used? Hey, shout out to Cleaner409. Welcome to the party. So I think I understand the stance they have. If we start X group with X religious values as a base, and Y religious people come in and change X base to reflect Y religion is corrupting X base. Yeah, pretty much. The and so if you are, in this case, we would say X group is Christianity and Y group is Jewish. So if we start with Christianity and Christianity's religious values as a base, and then the Jewish people come in and change the base to reflect more Judaism, it's corrupting the Christian base. Or you can say the American. If X group is American, it's coming in with the American group with, I mean, I guess it would be X with like a little 1 or X, you know what I mean? If we start the group of America with the religious values of Christianity, and then Muslims and Jews come in and change the American base to reflect that religion, it's corrupting the base. Dilly. That's how you lay it out like a boss. Welcome, and beautifully said. Very much appreciated. So with that, let's dive right back in.
We got all these votes, and we're going to all vote for you, but what are you going to do for us? And if you don't vote with us, we're going to take all of these votes, and we're going to put our support behind somebody else. It's what they tried doing to Chris Pollock. I know, because I spoke to the dude who basically said it. They said it very arrogantly, where it was like, oh, we have 6,500 Jewish votes in Jackson. He is not winning. That's what they said to me.
And that's exactly what happened. But again, that doesn't make sense, because if he has all this Jewish vote, then he didn't win. What are we talking about? What?
Basically said
Chris Pollock. Okay. They're talking about something different. I thought they were still talking about Jack Ciattarelli. Never mind.
It's what they tried doing to Chris Pollock. I know, because I spoke to the dude who basically said it. They said it very arrogantly, where it was like, oh, we have 6,500 Jewish votes in Jackson. He is not winning.
So then why didn't Jack win? Why didn't Jack win if he had the Jewish vote and this is going on? Why didn't he win? That don't make no sense.
That's what they said to me. Yeah, he won. And he didn't just win. He won by a landslide because a lot of people showed up for him.
Okay. And by people, we're talking non-Jewish voters?
Even Jewish voters. He got over 20% of the Jewish vote, Chris Pollock. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So the tides are shifting in Jackson, perhaps.
I think there's a group of people that on both sides that don't like what certain groups are doing. Remember, there's a lot of really good Jewish people that look really bad by these actions. The main comment that comes through my feed, no matter what it's about, Jackson, Brick, whatever, this town is finished. It's over. I don't know if you can stop them. And I'm not saying...
That's a scary statement. I don't know if you can stop them. Yikes. Okay, no, I understand that, but I'm saying practically, how would it change our daily lives? How would it change how the government is run if we had 10% and the corporations are people? What is and before we even get there, what is the corporations are people? How does that affect what you're trying to put out? Like a boss. I don't think there's anything wrong with that way of thinking. If you have a society built from X base and it benefits, it allows people into that society that conforms to X beliefs. Bingo. Assimilation. If you want to come to America, then you gotta be American. And being American doesn't necessarily just mean you have the passport. It's an identity. Unlike being a they, them. It's a real identity that has a culture. And you may disagree with where that culture is going or where it's been or any of those things. But that is all the more reason why you need to be involved in these conversations so that you can have the effect that you want to have. Smart dude, Clean. Yeah, smart dude. Like I said, I watch a little bit of everything, but my biggest boon is just being plugged into real life, working folk. Well, I'll let you live that. Well, so my leftism is directly related to the confidence I have in the government to use the money wisely.
What?
Okay. So you do. So you call yourself a leftist? I'm a true independent. I vote left, right, and center on the ballot. I don't really know if that's really what we're talking about. So yeah, not a revolutionary socialist. Didn't vote incumbents out as a creature of habit. Yep. I just realized I think it might be in this video about how many people no, I think it was a TikTok that I watched, which is how many people mayors and people who have been in charge of New Jersey for my entire life. I'm gonna try to find that video.
Town is finished. It's over. I don't know if you can stop them, and I'm not saying you can, but that doesn't mean you don't fight it. That doesn't mean you don't do what you can to do it. And you had people like Chris Pollock that he said, I'm going to do it the way of politics.
Okay, so Chris, I see these homes being built. Why are the locals so opposed to these houses being built? It seems still pretty peaceful out here. What's going on? What changes have you noticed?
Well, it's becoming rapid changes and rapid development. You're going to be seeing a heavy increase in the population. And I don't know if our town is suited to handle it. Unfortunately, I've heard from several people that some developments only particularly want one group in there. It's people have gone in there and asked, hey, I'm interested in these homes. Some of them have been told it's not for them. What does that mean?
What does not for
it
you.
Seems like it's only for one group in one community. And
yeah, right. And what group is that? Exactly.
What does that mean?
It seems like it's only for one group in one community. And
who is that group?
It seems like it's only for the Jewish community. I'm going to be honest. But when you create a community, they have some of them that are adding shuls into it, essentially synagogues into it. They're fitting the houses to fit this very specific needs of one community. Do you think anybody other than that community is going to move into there?
Nope. So let me grab some of these chats, and then we have a little bit of a side quest for you. That's no reason to not vote for. There's a lot of reasons not to vote for the Dems. Liberty said, doesn't promoting socialist policies make you feel kind of sick to your stomach? Promoting the use of violence to extract resources from innocent people gives me the ick. Is this to me or is this to Vox? Well, so the best reason not to vote for Dems is the actions of the Dems. Yep. They said, I keep up on the crazy left policies they're pushing. I don't want to be blindsided when the shit goes into effect. Yep, this is how, there's a number of ways to tap in. I will always say that More Pegasus is doing a true service by covering the Twitch political Hollywood drama. You get to see the cringe of who they are and what kind of things they say without having to actually watch their fucking content. Brilliant. Shout out to More Pegasus. Lomo said, I'd be ashamed of myself when I look in the mirror if I was a leftist retard. Yeah, you'd think so, but that's not how it works. They're like, I guess I am impressed. Okay, going. That's how they start the day. That's how they start the day. Shout out to Blueberry Street. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. Very good to see ya. All right, are we ready for our side quest? What's this one? They just mean the state, which is socialist, mixed economy, non-capitalism. All right, Mr. Libertarian, puritanical, whatever. All right, let's do that.
You want to know how corrupt? You want to
really? Okay, whatever. What does this look like in vertical? Oh yeah, see, on vertical, this is not the one. But when I have this set up, like this is perfect for the landscape. But all right.
Know how corrupt New Jersey is? Look around. We have towns that are ran like little kingdoms. And to fix it, we need term limits. Let's take a look at the pattern.
This video has been the biggest thing for term limits that I've ever seen. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm from Jersey.
In Elizabeth, Chris Bolwich, the mayor, has been in power since 1992. At that point, you don't run the city. You own the city. Right now, there's a whistleblower lawsuit tied to retaliation. Allegedly, a public official was using city resources to renovate their own home. Now, do you think that somebody in their right mind who wants to make it in politics in Elizabeth is going to go against the guy who's been controlling the city for 30 years? That's the problem. I mean, in Elizabeth, they were even using school district employees for political purposes. They also used your tax money in lawsuits. When one person sits in power for that long, they stop fearing the public. They have nobody to answer to. Now let's go over to Woodbridge. Mayor John McCormack. He's been in office since 2006. There was a recording of him at a fire station. He was saying that he owns the city. Everywhere is his. That's the type of energy that happens when somebody stays in power for too long. You stop.
Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Cleaner said democracy is not self-sustaining. It is inherently a short to mid-term rotational political structure at best. I say that for many reasons and am backed by strong correlate history and evidence. Bingo. Agreed. Again, I don't have anything to add. Well said.
Serving the town, and you start claiming it. Now New Brunswick, Jim Cahill. He's been in power since 1991. When
So New Brunswick is not my hometown. But let's just say if you live within a certain distance of New Brunswick where Rutgers is, then that's kind of your second home.
10 year gets that long, oversight turns into loyalty. Questioning leadership becomes betrayal. That's not democracy. That's a clubhouse. In Newark, you have the mayor, Ras Baraka. He's been there since 2014. There's been watchdog complaints about major fundraising disclosure gaps, late paperwork, missing clarity. I mean, all that really means is that this man is too powerful to show the public his paperwork. Where is he getting his money from? Now let's talk about Edison. Mayor Joshi. He hasn't filed an ELEC report since 2023.
Again, I used to work in Edison, New Jersey.
And again, all that means is that he feels as if he doesn't have to share where he gets his money from to the public. And do you know why they're allowed to get away with this? Because Democrats will never attack fellow Democrats. If you think that Mikey Sherrill is going to go out her way to fix these problems.
Yeah, that's the fucking... I was gonna call her a cunt, but I guess I shouldn't. That's a fucking cunt that won. Instead of Jack.
He won't. Because those are allies. In Linden, you have Mayor Derek Armstead, who's been in power since 2015. I mean, this man was recorded being racist. He has his entire family collecting checks from...
Who's we? What do you mean we have
your tax money? $1.6 million to be exact. And you would think that the nepotism is so obvious that Mikey Sherrill would have to do something about it. Well, she did. She put Mayor Derek Armstead's wife on her transition team. The Armsteads and Mikey Sherrill are allies. I mean, Derek Armstead must feel like an untouchable. But don't worry, brother. You see, the problem with staying in power for too long is that you're not a king. At the end of the day, you could say whatever you want, but you better be careful. Things could crash down on you. I think the next couple of months are going to show us that the untouchables are not so untouchable as they think. And don't worry, I'll be here to make a video on it once it happens, Derek, because all of New Jersey deserves to know.
Who's Derek? All right, so I mean, we get the point there. Lots of people. And while we're here... just a slight little side quest as we're finishing this up. I want to get your guys' thoughts on the Of course, it doesn't fucking play. So, absolutely disgusting scene in Washington Square Park. Out there. What? Out there this afternoon, hurling snowballs at NYPD. Vile. No respect for law enforcement in New York City. Now. No love lost for cops. Sorry. That's just me. Now, law and order. That is a very, very important thing. And unfortunately, cops are necessary for that. That being said, this is not cool. It just takes one of those to have a rock in it. And so Mamdani's trying to act like it was just a snowball fight. Go for it, brother. I don't really know what to make of Eric. I haven't really been following it, and I got to follow up with Jesse on Fire because he was saying that his whole thing is Charlie's still alive, or I'm actually not 100% sure, but yeah, that's a conversation I think we should have. I never really dove too deep into how she was acting. Obviously, we all saw the funeral thingy, but other than that, it's just But so we'll just play this for another second. Ooh, and they all fucking wasn't me.
How you a comedy flicker? You good? You okay?
Oh, so you mean that despite us not liking cops, they're not crazed murderers? Agreed. Yeah, we ain't talking about the department. Okay, well, I don't know. You get the point. You get the point. Glow in Dark said we need fully automated space fascism. Please tell me more. Tell me more. Nick said Charlie's dead. Everyone saw it. He agrees. But Liberty said Charlie faked his death to get away from America. Yikes. We don't bully in the chat. Anybody on screen is fair game. I don't know what specifically you guys are referring to, but if we're talking about that, then yeah, bullying is mean. We don't want to be mean, right? All right, let's dive back into this thing.
Needs of one community. Do you think anybody other than that community is going to move into there?
They technically cannot discriminate against a non-Jew.
Technically.
Purchasing a home, right?
No, you cannot discriminate against anybody buying a home.
Oh, well, isn't that... Wouldn't it be amazing if we had a social media platform where in the comments and you could put not only letters and emojis, but pictures. Oh, TikTok already fucking does that. Let's fucking go. TikTok for the win.
Purchasing a home, right?
No, you cannot discriminate against anybody buying a home.
But they could just say, hey, sorry, we sold it to someone else.
Yes, they can. Legal. I've heard people say, oh, we'll put you on the waiting list because that's something that's going on.
LLCs are outbidding.
What does it say? So this is Facebook from Medford, New Jersey, from Pioneer Watchdog, Jackson Township Explainer. Several properties in Jackson Township appear on the surface to be owned by different LLCs with different names. Public records show that while the property names vary, the financing behind multiple Jackson properties traces back to a single Lakewood-based company. GMME Funding was formed in New Jersey in 2018 and is registered in Lakewood. Does not appear as a typical property owner. Instead, shows up in public records as a funding or control entity through mortgages, assignments, or secured interest tied to multiple Jackson properties. So basically, it's up on top of shit, but the government allows it, so it must be okay.
people trying to buy single-family homes.
Correct.
But you have a group of people that call themselves God's people. You are a Semite supremacist.
Tag me in that shit.
You were a white Jewish supremacist because they're classified white. They don't want to live as a community with us. I think when I say they, again, I don't mean all of them. I think I mean the far majority of them. I think they have their tight-knit community. I think their community lives completely separate than everybody else. They eat differently.
To use Box's word, like, it does feel icky to be like, oh, well, the Jews. It feels, But then you just look at it and like, oh, it do be like that. It do be like that. And so when like, if we're talking about black people doing this, that, of course, it's not about every single black person. But if you look at the numbers are not racist.
Enjoy different things. Yes, we might drink, but everything is set in a different
way. It do be like that.
As you ran for city council, did the rabbinical order try to buy you off?
I don't really have any relationship with the rabbis, but I have been taking a meeting with people who said they were liaisons to the rabbis. They went around touting how many votes they controlled. They told me pretty much straight out.
Agreed. Gut feelings are important, but not more important than the cognition that you apply to that gut feeling. I have a gut feeling that we're being mean to Jews. Okay, but let's use our brain and think critically about this. Is there a reason why Jew is a commonly used grouping for the activities that we're talking about? Then what are we doing? No, I agree with Box. Gut feelings are important, but yeah, exactly, exactly. But you have to apply both. That's a starting point. Those are your instincts. You guys know that I'm a dog trainer, and so part of my job is to train a dog to overcome their natural instincts to do X, Y, and Z, to be able to live in a home with a family and all that kind of stuff. And so a lot of people don't necessarily understand that, like, for example, like I have this little mini golden doodle, and very mouthy, doesn't have all the shots yet. We've had all this snow, and so he's just not able to get all that exercise and stuff. And so there's a lot of just like, I like to say it's like you poured obviously I'm not gonna say, talk about cocaine. If it was for you guys, it'd be like, oh, it's like you did a line of blow, and now you're asking him to sit and do homework or whatever. Maybe bad example, but anyway, I'll say it's like you poured a can of Red Bull down his throat, and now you're asking him to just sit there and do nothing, and that's not how dogs work. But even if you are getting enough exercise, there's still behaviors because dogs don't have hands, so they use their mouth to interact with the world. And so it's up to me to be able to show the owners that it is possible to overcome this gut feeling that, I should put my mouth on that, by using the cognition, if I follow my gut instinct, it's not going to work out well for me. But that comes from the cognition. A gut feeling isn't inherently good or inherently bad. It's inherently a starting point. Right, undefined. It's just a negative feeling. You don't have any reasons as to why the thing you're saying is icky should not be done, implemented, anything other than, that's not an argument.
Went around touting how many votes they controlled. They told me pretty much straight out that they control certain politicians in town.
Hey, we got the man of steel. Welcome to the party.
They told me pretty much straight out that they control certain politicians in town, and if I cater to their community, I might have access to the block vote.
Who did they say they control?
They said they control
everything. What do you mean everything?
Control our mayor and our council president.
After a year, I couldn't bear it anymore, so I got involved. I hired a
too much power. Too much power. I had too much power. I just couldn't handle it.
A political campaign group out of Washington D.C. that does political campaigns for Republican senators. I think they did Ted Cruz, and I wrote a letter to the mayor of Jackson, telling him.
Let's see. As you know, there's a lawsuit against you in Jackson Township claiming with significant supporting documentation that you have been using the instruments of Jackson Township government to discourage Orthodox Jews from living in Jackson. The suit also claims that this conduct is part of a larger effort to interfere with our community's religious practices or growth in Jackson. Between the lawsuit and various news stories, I'm persuaded that you have overseen, participated in, or spearheaded the following.
All the things I was going to do if they wouldn't reverse these discriminatory.
Wait, is this a different part? Oh, I guess they're just saying he did some
In the
stuff.
meantime, there's another Jewish group called the Aguda that had a lawsuit against Jackson based on RLUIPA. That's the Religious Land Use Institutionalized Persons Act. And it says that the municipality, it's a law, federal law, municipality is not allowed to discriminate based upon religion. And in their lawsuit, then showed all the emails from Jackson, all the things they were doing, conspiring against, executing to try to make life miserable for Orthodox Jews there.
And this is why Jason's saying, I'm embarrassed. I'm a non-practicing Jew, but we never leech off society and live in a subculture. That's the part that people have issue with. It's not about, are you Jewish? It's not about, were you born in this place? It's not about, is this your ideology? It's about, this is what you are doing to my life and my countrymen's life and my country itself. That's it. Hey, blueberry, get dilly. Don't forget, Morty loves drunk treats. The drunk treats are even better. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm still moving on. Yay! Oh, I wasn't sure if I could hit that high note. Cleaner said, I don't think they are doing anything wrong, really. If they don't want that type of people in their community, isn't that the community's choice? And this was the question that I presented at the very beginning, that there's a lot of Christians making a similar type of push for a Christian-based society. So I think that I think they're both wrong, but for different reasons in terms of the specific culture. But if you are, I'm the general you, if you are somebody who's pushing for any form of Christian nationalism, then again, I need to hear why the thing that you want to push on everybody is better or different, principally, than what these people are doing. Again, not saying that there is no difference. I'm just asking for you, general you, to articulate that. The community can't stop it, so let's just sit down and die and do nothing ever until everybody agrees that libertarianism is the only way. Okay, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is why I've moved away, and I've continued to move away from the libertarian mindset as more than just a single basis thing, almost like atheism. It's just a single point. I don't have this belief. I believe in the non-aggression principle. I don't really think that's politics. Call me crazy, call me stupid, but bleeding taxpayers dry, blah, 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 blah. Yep. American is a Christian-based society. Sure. Okay. And so why is that okay? Why is that okay? And having what this guy wants not okay? Again, I'm not saying either is or is not. I'm asking you guys for your opinions. Glow and Dark likes it. Glow and Dark likes it. Oh shit! Oh shit! Libertarianism is communism light. Liberty, I'm gonna let you handle that one. Cleaner said, I would say the wrong or right is determined by the community itself. If the community is G belief structure and they don't want Z belief structure people around, then they don't let that people group in. Right. So now when we take this underlying principle and someone is saying, well, it's bad when the Jews do it, but it's good when the Christians do it. Okay, why? I'm not saying no. I'm just asking why. Because if this is the principle, then you either you say it's okay what the Jews are doing, or it's not okay to be a Christian nationalist. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I know you're here in spirit. Oh, when I yelled, he thought he got another thing. Sorry, Bubs. We're almost done here.
Doing conspiring against executing to try to make life miserable for I
mean, y'all have seen me on Fireball nights, right? This is diluting my my fucking seltzers. All right, so I ain't fucking drinking hard here. I'm 36 years old. All right, it's been 15 plus years since I was able to be shamed that I'm not getting drunk enough or drinking stuff that tastes bad enough. Yo, I'm trying to get a little buzzed, actually. Not even drunk, a little buzzed. So whatever gets me there, gets me there. All right, let's dive back in.
And all the things they were doing, conspiring against, executing to try to make life miserable for Orthodox Jews there.
But you went to work, and what happened next?
I went to Washington and met with Ronna McDaniel, who was the head of the Republican National Committee, and the Speaker of the House at the time was Kevin McCarthy. He was actually in their conference room. So I met with both of them, showed them what was going on. They were shocked.
No, I think there's a lot to learn from the community. That's why I like what we did yesterday. Their tactics benefit them. They are a solitary mass. They actually are a community. You can't deny it. They are not fighting over Trump or Biden. They're not fighting over left or right. They're not fighting over masked or unmasked. Us versus the world. It's antimatter, right? It's like we are everyone in our town. We're fighting against antimatter. We're not.
And that's the kind of thing that when again, I'll just use Andrew Wilson when he pushes that. He's specifically talking about these values, keeping the secular degenerate stuff out. Would you prefer to the Christian nationalists? The question is, would you prefer the atheists taking over or the Jews taking over? Would you rather live in a secular country or would you rather live in a Jewish country? That's going to the poll.
Antimatter, right? It's like we are everyone in our towns. We're fighting against antimatter. We're not focused on what actually matters. We're not picking each other up. We're not one community. And I'm not talking about communism or any of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about caring about the person. They hitchhike.
What other world will you see hitchhiking in America in 2026?
Nonstop. Yeah.
That's a testament to how high trusting they all are.
So there's something to be said about that. And there's a lot. I would love to see our kids playing again off of getting out on bikes and getting out playing basketball and football and all of those things. I would love to see that. I'd love to see us act a little bit more like that.
We need to fight back against the state. God, we've had large lawsuits.
Okay, again, so I'm specifically not defining certain things because we haven't had that conversation, so I don't know exactly what we're talking about. But based on what we have here, so this is a question to Christians. So if you're not Christian, you can just hit I'm not Christian. But which would you prefer, a secular society or a Jewish society? Wait. I thought you were making an Indian joke there. I don't know. What is it? What head bobbing are you talking about? Kleiner said, I'd rather live in a secular community than a Jewish community. My 3 girlfriends and I would be killed in a Jewish community following strict Jewish religious rules. Well, that's one for secular. I'll take it. I will take it. I will take it. So when we put it like this, it's not the non-believers that you really have to care about.
Against us because they tried to keep out this problem. We've had the Department of Justice come down on us. Billionaires connected to the president involved in all this. What's happening in this little town in Jersey is bigger than people think.
And what's happening here in Jackson, will that become a problem in other small towns?
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns.
Yup.
The cop gonna go.
Oh, he's waiting on you.
Get us on the cop. We got the corrupt police pulling us over for what? We'll find out. We may be in a corrupt hellhole.
Maybe. Oh, you're in Jersey, baby. You already know.
Double cop car. We're getting pulled over. We got double police. Potentially nothing better to do. Let's find out.
Well, yep. Because, I mean, in Lakewood, it's rich and it's Jewish. So, as we saw, they handle their own shit. So, I mean, if you want to be a cop, Lakewood is the type of place where you want to be a cop. You ain't got to do jack shit. My hometown as well. You are going 2 miles over the speed limit. 2 miles. And they're like, Dunzo. Let's see.
Pulled over. We got double police. Potentially nothing better to do. Let's find out. We weren't speeding. We weren't violating the law from the best of my understanding.
Do you have your driver's license registration?
What am I being...
Not quite. That would be cool. but not quite.
Pulled over for?
I'll tell you actually.
Is there probable cause?
Yes, there is.
What
We got a
exactly
call.
is that?
We got a call on our phones
For
a suspicious person.
What's
with
suspicious
video.
about me?
Suspicious person. Is being suspicious illegal? What are we saying here? So Larry said Pinochet got his policies from libertarians, and Javier Milei is literally turning around a communist country right now. Meanwhile, right-wingers, the USA just approved trillions in government spending. It's almost like those are different political situations, no? I mean, you guys know this stuff better than I do, but are they? Is Argentina and America suffering from the same types of problems? Hey, shout out to El Diablo with the Canadian 5. Thank you. Said, feed the dog. Your wish is my command. Thank you. So very, very much. And let me add you to the banner here. That is over halfway, guys. 7 out of 15. And how much is... So we'll round up. We'll give you the $4. We'll round up, and then we'll add El Diablo 420 to the banner. Thank you. So very, very much, guys. $6 more. Just 6 more 99-cent things. We'll hit the goal. I've got to do push-ups, and Morty will get more treats. If you're just joining, we can get him treats. 99 cents. Oh, my goodness. Where did that go? Big Daddy Dodo. The Big 10. Thank you so much. We're going to give him a big black. Look at that one. He's like, hell yeah. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. So very, very much. I was wondering who all these people are. Let's shout out TSN. What is good? Welcome. Oh, shout out to Morty. My meat is vegan friendly. MAGA beef drippings. So are you. The puppy is amazing. Thank you so very, very much. I'm going to get to all of these. What? Hi, Stacy. Chicken butt. We did that one already, right? Okay, Raid. Shout out to the Shuli Network. Dilly and a skull to TSN. Shout out to the Shuli Network. We got Dick Insider. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to do a bunch of push-ups. All right, let's boom for Morty. Adam with the big 20. Oh, my goodness. He deserves a big one for that. Let's go. Beef drippings with another $2. Never thought about why dogs don't wipe? Well, you should be, you should be wiping your dog's ass. But hey, if they pinch it off clean, then whatever. Thank you, Tony Maloney. Again. My goodness. Morty, we're good. We got more. X Tom R. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So very, very much appreciated. Where we at? Bacon Bix with the big 10. Oh my goodness. He's gonna explode, guys. We got Box again. Shout out to Boxy Boy. Very, very, very much appreciated. Oh, you're not done yet? I'll leave that there for you. I'm pretty sure. I haven't done the math, but Eugene, thank you so much. Said Morty is awesome. Give him treats. Did you know Stuttering John kill his cat? What? Fuck you, Stuttering John! There we go. And guys, since we hit the goal, it's time to get Morty his peanut butter. Yes, you guys got Morty his peanut butter. Let's go, baby. He knows what's good. Oh, So if you didn't know, when I when I finish up, I can't really get much more out of that. Then it goes to the Overlord. Throw this away and give them that. Let's go for the verties. For the people on the vertical stream, there you go. Look at your handiwork. Look at your handiwork. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. And we got more. We got more. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Kevin with the super sticker. So he's going to be interested in that. All right. Go for it, motherfucker. You earned it. You earned it. Shout out to TSN. That's how we do the damn thing. That's how we do the damn thing. Oh my goodness. So wait, I gotta do some math here. All right, so we're 68 plus 18. What's 68 plus 18? That's half of that is however many push-ups I gotta do. I don't think I can do that, guys. I am a puny little bitch. Let's see. We got 68 plus 18 is 86. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. What is that? 43 push-ups. 43 push-ups? I got that. Let's keep the party raging, guys, because I can fucking handle this shit. Big shout out. Oh my goodness. Big shout out to the Shuli Network. Fuck. Stuttering John. Guys, thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. In case you can't see, he is fucking loving it. He's loving it. Let's go through and heart each and every one of these, guys. Each and every one. All right. And we've got, who was it? Adam M. sponsoring the goddamn stream. But I'm going to put TSN there for you guys as well. Thank you so very, very much. And oh my goodness, Adam signs up as a member. That is what we call some gangster shit. Oh, sorry, Mort. Came in too fast. There you go. And get back to your peanut butter. Guys, oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very, very much. You guys are amazing. Amazing. So let me see. I'll let the video play as I update all of that. Guys, thank you so much. Let's go back to talking about Zedule. So if you did not know, I am a New Jersey resident, and Lakewood is fucked because there's a lot of Jews, but I love the Jews. I love the Jews. I love them. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to make sure we get everything set up with the banner, the numbers, all that stuff. Thank you so very, very much. They are getting in trouble because they're going to Jersey talking about the Jews, and you are not allowed to do.
Speed. We got double cop car. We're getting pulled over. We got double police. Potentially nothing better to do. Let's find out. We weren't speeding. We weren't violating the law, from the best of my understanding.
Do you have your driver's license registration?
What am I being pulled over for?
I'll tell you that.
Is there probable cause?
Yes, there is.
What
we got
exactly
a call.
is that?
We got a call on our phones
For
a suspicious person.
What's suspicious about me?
With video cameras.
There's nothing suspicious about expressing our First Amendment right.
No, you're good.
So what am I being pulled over for?
We got a call. Just so you know, you're being audio and visual recorded.
Sure, likewise.
So we got a call from dispatch.
Sure.
Saying there's a vehicle.
Okay.
With two men in it, videotaping in front of a school.
Yeah, that's not illegal.
Get a call for that. That's our probable cause to stop you because they described your vehicle. So I'm asking you. What's illegal about the fact that we're recording? There's nothing illegal about it.
Sure.
Oh, then go the fuck away.
I just don't know who you are. And I don't. But for my safety, I want you back in the car.
Well,
for your safety, you could just fucking leave.
Talking to you.
My name's Tyler, by the way. How are you?
So nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you. Yeah.
I'm stopping you. Can I have your credentials, please?
Do I have an obligation to self-identify right now?
I need you to identify yourself on this stop.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from.
Guys, thank you again so very, very much. If I took the time to put all of your names, I would just fuck up the whole show. But oh my goodness, I am so appreciative. And of course, Adam is the sponsor with the highest donation. But we got to shout out TSN. You guys, I don't have the words, and so I will go with the dilly dilly. Hooah! And he's going to town, bro. He's going to town. Thank you, thank you, thank you very, very much. All right, back to the
It's a lawful stop because they described your vehicle to a T.
Totally get it. I'm just trying to figure out if there's
Can
actual...
I just ask you a question?
Yeah, I can tell you what we're up to. If it's...
I just want to know who you are.
Yeah, my name's Tyler.
Oh, very good. My name's Jonathan. Like, explain that.
Yeah, good to meet you.
I stopped you.
Totally get it. Yeah, we're just talking about the changes in the town here. Yeah. We went to that school specifically because it's shut down.
It's very. You see what I'm saying? Like when you have a camera in front of a school with kids. I mean, if my kids go to that school, I wouldn't want my kids to be video.
Nope. Just an American brown guy asking for money.
Sure, we didn't enter the school. We were on the sidewalk.
It doesn't matter if you're in a certain distance of the
school.
Okay.
Okay, sure. You can have it.
And just do me a favor. Keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so.
Oh, come on.
Hands on the steering wheel.
This is exactly what you find all over the richer areas of Jersey. They have nothing to do. And so they're playing fucking that this is dangerous. That they're ICE. They're going after the fucking illegal immigrant rapists. It's just a dude in a fucking car.
What's in the car? Like I said, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
That seems a little extra. No, that's definitely extra. But you can have it. There you go.
True. I'm not saying I'm giving you a ticket or anything like that. I'm just identifying.
You got the badge, man. You do your thing.
No, it has nothing to do with having the badge or anything like that.
Doesn't it though? Doesn't it though?
Stay near the car, okay? Don't come near us.
Is this slightly excessive?
It's absolutely excessive.
Seems like a bully tactic.
Yeah, well, I don't know who placed that phone call.
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
How we doing?
Doing good, getting pulled over. You know what we're up against? Small town police department, small town politics, lots of money. All right, so apparently the reason why these cops came out of thin air is because who just got called?
Well, we're going to find out. The council president just called me.
So who is Morty Bernstein?
Morty! Oh, man! How is this fuck going to destroy the amazing name that is Morty? What? Oh, man. I don't like it. All right, Morty.
The council president.
I mean, Morty is kind of an old Jewish name, but...
President just called me.
So who is Morty Bernstein?
He is the council president in Jackson, New Jersey, and the most powerful man in the town.
Does he have the police in his pocket?
I don't think he has the police in his pocket at all, but the man does have an incredible amount of power. He's involved in political action committees with very rich and powerful developers, a lot of political connections.
Where, if you guys want to come up, where should I, here, I'll just drop the link here. Obviously, only people I know or TSN can come up, but yeah, if you guys want to come on and hang out.
With very rich and powerful developers, a lot of political connections.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Was this a mistake? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest. The powers out here are pretty immense. Like I said, it goes up. You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved in what's going on.
He's 15 years old. He gonna die soon anyway. We already did a Morty Memorial Fund, so I have the money for when he passes. He ain't gonna last for a long time, so we are gonna make sure he has a good time.
Going on in Jackson. People connected to the President of the United States.
If we zoom out, where does this all end?
Right now, it's gone to every town on the outskirts of Lakewood. They're buying up everything. Even if they're not occupying things are being bought up. I always say it's a real...
Cleaner, thank you. Oh, Cleaner, thank you so very, very much for stopping by. Had some great chats, and you have a good one. So, again, Kevin's asking what was the discussion of the Jewish, just the essential takeover of Lakewood, New Jersey, stretching out to Jackson and a lot of other places. The fact of the matter is that they are changing the culture. They want specific things that come from the government, aka tax-paying citizens, and it's not ideal. How does Morty feel about the Jews? He's fucking racist as shit. Don't bring that shit up around him. He'll be like, oh, I fucking... You don't want to know about all of that. Liberty, I think we said goodbye to you, right? You have a good one. Morty mentioned, indeed. Hey, John Castle, welcome. Yeah, we got to see what this fucker's doing. All right, Emmer caught up. So Box, I'm gonna bring you up, but we have a couple minutes left of this, so let's finish it up, dude. Anything to say before we jump back in? Box.
Me? No. Sorry.
All right, let's finish it up.
buying up everything. Now it's gone to every town on the outskirts of Lakewood. They're buying up everything. Even if they're not occupying things, things are being bought up. I always say it's a real life game of Monopoly. So it's gone into Brick, and it's gone into Howell, and it's gone into...
Again, both places where I have clients and are not cheap places to live.
Jackson and Toms River. Now it's going into Manchester. There are large portions of property being bought in South Jersey. We cannot keep up with this.
How do you combat a group of people chosen by God practicing rampant ethno-nepotism?
Here's a problem. One Jewish dude in Manchester said to me this: you guys will never come together because you have no shared sense of purpose. And that hit me because he was fucking right.
Yep. And that goes back to, all the way back to when I called into Timcast and I was talking about how, well, why can't we just have like the Constitution as our driving force? And Tim Pool was like, no, that doesn't work. You need a mission. And at the time I was really annoyed, and he was like, what the fuck do you mean? But it really is that shared mission.
Jews have a shared sense of purpose in what their outcome is going to be. And that's to expand the religion, that's expand their people. We don't have a shared sense of purpose. We're too busy arguing with each other. We're too busy talking Trump. We're too busy yelling about ICE. We're too busy focusing on Epstein's list. We don't have a shared sense of what is America and what are we trying to accomplish together. Americans don't have a shared sense of purpose about America. Jews have a shared sense of purpose in what their outcome is going to be. And the only way that you're going to stop it, and the only way you can fight back about it, is by getting people that have a shared sense of purpose in the numbers that matter. Getting enough people with their eyes open to say, holy shit, something has to be done here. You have to get rid of the RLUIPA laws. I don't think it's ever been challenged by the Supreme Court. It has to be taken to the Supreme Court. I think it violates the Constitution. You have to fight fire with bigger fire. And the sad part about it is they have the biggest fires.
Damn. Oh, so that is, hey, before we get to Fox, we are all Jews on stolen land.
Oh my God.
Dilly. All right, sir. The floor is yours. Tell us what you would like to say.
But what? What we've covered.
I don't know. You fucking click the link, bro. The video's over.
Oh, where are we talking about the Jews?
Yeah.
Well, you want the white guy to talk about the Jews? Let me tell you about the Jews, man. They've got the supremacy issue going on, right? Like you got white supremacists, you got like Muslim supremacists, you got Jewish supremacists. Jewish supremacists are icky, and I think it's ill-deserved. I don't think they actually have a right to feel the way they feel. You know, like if they were really mighty and shit, then like Jewish supremacy would mean something to me, but it just doesn't. But they got it. They got it in spades. And I've never felt so, sympathetic to a failed painter in my entire life at this point. And it's upsetting to me somewhere deep down inside on a fundamental level.
But that sounds kind of icky.
It is icky. It's very icky.
Okay.
I'm still working through my feelings right now, too. Icky is the undefined.
But walk me through that, because when I obviously understand what you are, what you're trying to say.
Well,
you're
you gotta separate the Jews. I don't mean the Jews. I mean the.
So I understand what you're saying when you're like, oh, that's icky. You're just generally saying the sentiment that I don't like this, even if I can't specifically articulate why. There's something off about this. Fair enough. But how do we get to, there's something off about this, to looking at the actual facts that dispel that, and you still feel icky? How do you manage that?
If I had my choice, I would just ignore it. Like I would ignore it, but we can't really ignore it because of how embedded in our government that it is at the moment, and how like prevalent it is, and like these decisions about like going to war with Iran and a bunch of other things kind of going on with all that shit going on at the same time. Like it can't be ignored. Like I would love to ignore it, but I can't ignore it. It can't be ignored.
Right.
That's
So then you find something that's icky that you don't like, and you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
How do you approach that?
Solutions. I would love to.
But I mean in general. So in general, I'm not talking about any specific issue.
Hold on. Let me be very clear from the outset here. The differences between Israel and Palestine are not going to be solved, and it's because of religion. At the base of everything, it's because you have the Jews and you have the Muslims, and they distrust each other, and they don't like each other. It's not a real estate problem. There's more than enough land for everyone to have some land out there. It's a religion issue where they just cannot. And then the other side of that is that we kind of dropped the Jews in there after World War II. We're like, yeah, you could have this chunk of land, right? We did that. And then we sat back like, oh, we just dunked a bunch of Jews into a bunch of Muslim territories. Let's see how this pans out. We got two death cults on the same plot of land. What could possibly go wrong?
Totally agree that there is an issue there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general, when there is an issue. It could be something about jobs. It could be something about homeless people. It could be something about race. It could be something about foreign policy. And you get that, that's icky feeling.
Yeah, I'm a utilitarian.
Hold on. How do you get from, let's say you start at that feels icky and you end up at that feels icky? Is there any type of empirical, as Ed was saying, any type of empiricism there?
It's literally, it's subjective. It's completely subjective to my reality or whatever you would want to call that. Like everyone,
okay, that's fair.
Everyone feels icky. Everyone here knows what icky means, right? It's not a foreign concept to be like, bro,
Right. So then the question becomes, how do we, and now I'm specifically asking about you, how do you deal with those things that are icky? Yes, you said you would like to not even think about them, but we can't ignore them. So you start with issue A. Let's not even pull it down to any specific issue, because that's going to get into more specifics. Right, in general, you have issue A that makes you feel icky. And intellectually, you can see that there's other people who disagree and are in favor.
Then you ask the best for the most.
So how
do you get the best? And what is the best, and who is the most?
Box. Hold on.
It breaks down to utilitarianism after that, right?
How so?
Does that make sense, though?
No, it doesn't. That's why I'm asking you very specific questions, because when you give me those answers, that will make sense. So again, in the mind of Box, issue A, it comes into your awareness, and naturally you have that's icky. Okay, so are you saying that you don't apply any empiricism or critical thought, and that if you feel icky about something, icky about something, that's the long and short of it? I feel icky about it. I don't like it. Therefore,
it doesn't. Icky is the start of the conversation.
Okay, so if icky is the start of the conversation and we also end up at icky, what is the middle of the conversation that you're having with yourself that brings you from icky, brings in the critical thinking, and you still end up at icky? Walk me through that.
Yeah, icky demands to be examined, and everyone that feels icky should examine why they feel that way. But
okay, examine how.
Where you still end up at icky.
Examine how.
It's basically confusion.
How do you examine
how you end up at icky again is literally through sheer confusion. Does that make sense? Like, you tried to go out there and you wrestled and you grappled with the ideas.
So when someone says, that's icky, that means they're confused.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's completely subjective to the person.
Okay, fair. No, that's totally fair, because it has been. I thought that, when you were saying it's icky, and then we would talk about it, and you're like, but it's icky.
Yeah, it's not a judgment. Value judgment.
So when we would talk about something and you say, that's icky, and then we talk about more of the nuance of it, and we're wondering the resident leftist, like, what do you think about it? And you just come back to it's icky. That's you telling us that either you are confused or you've just decided not to think about it and you feel icky about it, and that's as far as you're going to go.
Yeah, more effort needs to be put on to me thinking about the problem. Basically, that's all.
Fair enough.
And everyone has their like, if it's not icky to you, then it's not icky to you. If it's super icky to you, then it's super icky to you, and everyone in between. It's all valid. Like, we're all trying to muddle our way through this and figure it out, right? Like, I try.
Totally fair. I expected you to have some type of answer as to why you were starting at icky, and you'd think about it, and then empirically or critically thought you come back to, that icky feeling is in and of itself, or maybe not even, that icky feeling isn't in and of itself enough. But because I feel icky and I explored those icky things, that empirically it is bad. And so the fact that it is icky is because it is empirically bad.
If I had less self-doubt, or I was like more of a narcissist, I would just be like, look, guys, look, this is the way it is, guys. Look, this is exactly the way it is. I know how life works, and I'll tell you how it works. Look, guys, look. You know, and I can't do that. I'm always, you know, second guessing my own ideas. So it's hard. I try to give the idea that I feel on the day that I feel for the reasons that I can give on that day, and it's ever evolving. I just don't want to hate my fellow countrymen. I feel like I'm tired of arguing with my fellow countrymen, my fellow peers. We're peers, right? This is all bullshit, dude. This is bullshit. We have real problems we have to deal with as a country, as a society, as a people. There's a lot of things we have to deal with, and what we're doing right now ain't it. That's just my only prerogative.
Agreed. So, sir, I have some push-ups to do. So I'm going to give you the floor. Tell the people what you want them to see, do, think, anything. The floor, sir, is yours.
Y'all wrong about everything. I'm always right. Never forget it. I love you all, guys. For real. Be kind. Stay well.
Thank you, brother. You have a good one. All right. It is time for push-ups. So if you don't know, if you are new, of course, whenever we hit the goal, Morty gets his treat out of right there. That's that peanut butter. And of course, he gets that. And for every $2, I do a push-up. So we are at $88. That means 44 push-ups. I think I can do that. Guys. Why is that not doing the thing? Hold on. I had a thing. Guys. You've paid me. Now it is time to pay yourselves. Oh my goodness. If you can't do 40, do 30. If you can't do 30, do 25. If you can only do 10, do 10. But you paid me. Now pay your fucking selves. Let's go! Set it up so the verticals, you guys can see. Is anyone even over there? We got one person. Who, we got, okay, I'll do it for you guys. All right. Wait, 44, that's bigger than we've had in a while. I am very puny. All right, ready? All right, we got this. Let's fucking go. 24, let's go. Hooah! In the fall of the world, misled, thinking truck from the wreckage, lazy blood from the dead. Every word is a weapon, shot and declare, exposing every shadow, pretend not to fear. And the overlord marches with the subvert command, a beast of judgment, the Lord of his dead. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 1. For good luck, let's fucking go. Hooah! Hey, shout out Real Black Betty with another $2. Just missed it, but wouldn't have been a new one anyway. I'll leave this here for us. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Thank you. so very, very much. All right, let's see. Were you guys talking shit or were you guys helping me out? Jesus. All right. Yeah. Hail Santa. Just a good voice for podcasting. Thank you. People make fun of my voice all the fucking time. They're always like, oh, this fucking voice. I can't even say. Sorry. That's who I am. That's what I do. Some people love it. Some people don't. Big shout out to Adam for signing up as a disciple. Shrek is life. Well, there's a TikTok trend of people being like, Shrek is bad, and not playing that game. Hoo-ah! Yes, sir. Trust in dog. Pancakes. I got some Chinese food, and I'm ready to warm that up. Do I? Hoo-ah! But Real Black Betty, it's funny because literally after the peanut butter, I was gonna be like, all right, the next thing is a chair fund. I literally found this by the dumpster. I used to sit in that chair, and I was just walking him one day, and I seen it. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit that. You know what I mean? I did buy, it's all shitty. So I did buy, the backing thing and the seat, so it's a little more comfortable. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's give a fucking huge shout out to all of this. TV started us off. We had TSN coming in. Oh my goodness. Shout out again to Adam, our sponsor of the stream. Beef Drippings, Tony Baloney, X Tom R, Bacon Bits, Boxy Boy, Eugene, thank you. Oh, gee, Lazy 420, love the name. We had Kevin with the super sticker. Adam again signing up. Big Daddy Dodo with another $2 and closing us off. Real Black Betty. Thank you so very, very much. Whoever you are, thank you so much for being here. I know that you could literally be doing anything else in the world, and you have decided to hang out with me and the Overlord, and that means so very, very much. If you are new, please do hit that subscribe. I am live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it. So don't just, you could subscribe, but, YouTube sucks with those notifications, so you may as well ring the bell so you never miss an Indian Jesus live party ever again. Once again, guys, that is the Overlord Morty, my co-host, and I have been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, we are out of here. Peace.